onto that, and then I'm like, I can't talk unless I'm being recorded, right? Wait, I forgot. Ugh. God damn it. They better have seen that. They saw, hey. So how do you feel about it? It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever this is doing for Wack100 1700, I feel like it's doing for me.
Well, it definitely is giving sociopath, considering how hot it is.
It's hot.
It's the middle of the summer, and you shy-seat up. Like,
And an underrepresented part of this whole thing is that the glasses, like it pushes your ears onto the what are these called? The
rims?
The rims, the legs of the glasses. So it's like pinching your ears against it, which to me, anything involving my ears is a big problem. So I don't know. I always knew that this would be a bad fit for my head.
I feel like it's like an advanced wave cap right there. It's a great creator of racial ambiguity for white people.
It is,
because,
yeah.
Looking at you from a profile, I wouldn't know that this was Adam.
If we're in a dark room, I could much more easily pass for a black dude right now.
Yeah, you look like Vaughn.
Yeah, thank you. No, but okay, you know what this feels like? For 4 years, I've been resisting the urge to get one of these. And then finally, through Wack100 1700's nerd ass, Arthur looking ass, I have gathered the confidence to actually give this a try. It reminds me of when I actually got a grill and wore it like 4 hours total, and then just never wore it again, because it's like, as a white boy, you know, there's these things that you just want to try. You just want to know, like, would I be able to rock a Cuban?
And
I don't know. I've never been a Cuban man.
To do it,
huh?
You just buy it and then you just try to Cuban on and fucking tell the jeweler to come out or something.
You can't do that with the grill, though.
Nah,
right?
you gotta go
Well, I got the grill. I spent $8,000 on that thing.
Oh, and just to
realize that it wasn't for me.
Yeah. I see you spend $4,000 on something. You sometimes they overprice you.
What'd you see me spend $4,000 on? Oh yeah. Where did you see me? You didn't see me spend that. You just saw me with it, and I told you that's what I spent on it.
I didn't see you, but I witnessed you.
Yeah, you know. That's like me trying to be YSL. That's like me trying to just like fit in too hard. Like this thing right now. Like this. Oh, and see?
There it is.
I noticed that the Kill Squad masks have really taken an L for the winter.
Yeah,
it's just totally inappropriate for the winter.
We gotta. You know about summer, right?
Bro, we look so dumb. Like we might be like the dumbest looking collective podcast, or better framing, the most free,
eclectic,
creatively.
Yeah, I think that's a fair.
You got a yellow hat. That's a little different. You got women's sunglasses.
Exactly. I'm like
possibly.
Here's when I even look remotely like the most sensible one at the table, you know that there's some kind of gimmick going on.
You would say that though? You think you're the most sensible?
I said remotely.
Yeah,
when I remotely resemble.
You didn't get best dressed today, bro. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? He got the 5.5 nickel Crip Mac.
I got like a
nifty nickel.
When I was picking out what shirt would work with this just jumped out at me from the closet. Why is my chat not working? Let's try to load. Are we definitely live?
We're live.
Oh well, my chat is all fucked up. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to do this for, honestly. It's squishing my head. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have a huge head, and right now this is like compressing my fucking brain. Like, I'm definitely not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, look at that. Look at the
when
AI
you go
summary.
buy a lifestyle and try to make it seem like you just put on a Magnum, like it's squish. I have a huge head.
No, I have a huge head.
On,
I have a real huge head though. But look at this. Did you see that? Oh, AI summaries. The AI summary is already gone. But bro, the fucking AI summary is like so wrong on every live video now, and it's so fucking weird and funny. But sometimes it feels like it's like slander.
Well, I feel like a lot of it's based on the chat. I don't know what produces that algorithm for them to do it, but a lot of times they'll reference what the chat is discussing. It seems like, I don't know if that like dictates.
The chat was trying to figure out if I was a prankster or a gangster.
In some rant, I forget which one it was. It was like the Uncle Bang one or something.
That's disgusting, by the way.
The gum on the glove? You don't like that?
He was chewing the fuck out that gum, man. That's like... the whole time. Ugh.
You want to know why? That's why I get for not wearing the headphones, because I didn't realize how bad the gum chewing smelled. He's like drinking Douce, smoking a blunt, and chewing gum at the same time. It's just like a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a whole lot.
Yeah.
That sounds like ecstasy. Like that literally, that's not a normal.
He was off the Scante pack, probably.
Yeah, that's you going.
He was dressed like a warrior. One glove on.
The AI summary said viewers are discussing the live stream being late and how they feel about Adam 22 being late to his own pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. That's slander. They are also commenting on Sharpie's appearance and Adam's mustache.
Now this is for show out the damn chat.
But okay, what percentage of the
Your
audience
stash.
could possibly be talking about Sharp's appearance, and why would they call him Sharpie? It's like the AI is too cozy. The AI feels like they know Sharp better than like.
Yeah, they're on a familiar basis.
None of us are calling him Sharpie.
Hey, chat, you ain't.
I call him Sharpie.
AI generated chat. You ain't never seen the damn Drake pictures before. Fall back. You feel me? You ain't never been in the man's crib. You don't know him like that.
Yeah.
Can't call him Sharpie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You been there?
Hell yeah.
You seen the Drake shrine?
I don't think the Drake if it was, I didn't notice it. I don't
was
think
it
it's there
Given
yet,
Shrine?
but
Ace Bipper DM me.
I seen Drake's shrine of
Ace
Sharp at
Bipper
his
got
crib.
11 bands for me.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Ace Bipper, hit me up.
Hit me up. We can do something.
We could fade in the alley. All right, I'm taking it out, man. This is too much.
Speaking of fade in the alley, where are we starting at? Because that's a perfect place to start, or no?
Speaking of fade in the
Fades
alley.
in the alley. Lost Scandalous. L.A.
Is
media,
that really him
whatever
with
it
the Rio
is.
the Young OG on his face?
Oh, with the you fucked
Whoa.
up. You are so fucked up. You going to hell, bro. There's no way.
Rio's my boy.
But he has something that you can't resist to look at.
But like, if I have an app, like Rio, I'm asking you in jail. I'm sure you or someone you know has a phone. If I have an app and he has a similar, burn thing on his face, Rio is a comedian.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm not allowed to use that to roast somebody? Rio, I step to you and I bow before you and I ask for permission to roast somebody
with your scar,
using your physical appearance. Thank you.
He said you probably could do it tomorrow morning and evening.
What?
That was one of his
My
bars.
chaps are lippy.
He said
That's one of his bars?
yeah,
Oh, you got catchphrases I don't even know about. All right.
No, I think if anyone wouldn't care about that, it would be Rio. In fact,
sure.
it's more like, damn, he really got that going on? Like, he's got a facial deformity?
This is my thing. All right, so for people who don't know, there's a custer on Instagram who we shall not name, and his whole gimmick has been to basically go around and ask people for fades. Now, there are a few things that never happen. You never see a fade, and you never see the person who's making the videos, right? So you see a little bit of the car.
You thought he was with the shits when you first saw him.
Why would I think that?
You were saying it in the chat.
That I thought he was with the
Yeah,
shits?
where did you say like this dude's catching all the fades?
I'm not giving him any credit. I have never said anything positive about this person ever.
Oh, okay.
Please do not put that bullshit on my name, Bricc, baby. But this guy has basically made a name for himself by hoodwinking a large percentage of out-of-towners into believing that there's this boogeyman who's running around Los Angeles demanding fades from random people. Let me just tell you, it's all fake. They're all skits. And if this guy was really doing that to any real members, he would have already been wrapped up and turned into a pack of camels.
Yeah.
So over and out, no, it's cap. This dude ain't about shit. He knows where we're at. He is welcome to pull up and get his issue, but we are not going for it anyway. Somebody was filming a skit of some sort and they actually pulled up and exposed what he looks like. And it turns out that his facial acne complexion is actually the kind of stuff that, it would be banned in a lot of countries. The guy's so ugly that it's just like unfair for him to even walk the streets.
You got Rocky Dennis going on?
I would compare it to like a guy walking around wearing like a swastika on his shirt. It's just
really?
it's not appropriate to do this in front of like random people. Like he should not be allowed to walk the streets
Is that
looking
why
like
he has
that.
a faceless Instagram?
Well, and now we understand why he is a faceless fade asker. Is because he's a prankster and he looks like a pile of flaming hot dog shit.
And you got caught at Oceanside, didn't catch the fade. Shout out Oceanside, shout out Dago. But
What's
it's
going
like
on
you're in the meanest streets of Watts and Compton every night and all that shit. You get caught lacking at Oceanside and don't want the fade.
It's probably because he felt more relaxed and he was just chilling, so he just
Nah. He was always ready. Didn't he say anytime's the time, good time for a fade?
all this, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna get rolled
So you think
up.
that all those people, like, you think he was like paying fools beforehand? Like,
He
"Hey,
probably
we gonna
walks
do
up
it."
to people, offers them $20, and says, "Hey, let me do this little skit. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna punk you out. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna fuck you up," and then nothing happens. If he was really doing that, there would be explosive footage on a consistent weekly basis.
It's always a smoker that he's talking about he wants to fade with. I've never seen like
He's a
gang
smoker.
member. Yeah, he's a smoker. for
Your
sure.
face doesn't just get like that without serious crack,
Unless you're
fentanyl,
method around.
methamphetamines. That kind of face. You're not just born like that. Rio had his face burnt by some oil that shot up from a plate of French fries.
He was trying to cook.
They were being cooked on the stove, and that is actually what burnt his face. So he gets a pass. You know, he was just trying to get some French fries in his system.
Those are craters.
Some 5-5. Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, you got the Nipsey Nickel on saying that word.
Sorry, yeah, good point. Hey, don't they do this sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that feels even worse. It's even tighter. Oh. Wait.
Dude, B-Rad, chill.
What if I gave it like a little bit of a
little Nazi look.
I don't know. You tell me what it looks like.
That's like damn near like a fedora almost. Like
That looks like
A reservoir tip.
BFP kosher now. You're looking kind of kosher-ish.
Wait, what shape is
that his
his
name?
though? He has this whole thing with like the tall hat and then the.
He's got
You're
like
kind of looking like that right now. All you're missing is the
He has like Jewish wicks.
Jewish bangs.
yeah, popping out of like it looks like a Russian type hat. One of them like Russian,
I have talked about BLP kosher with like a lot of my Jewish neighbors.
and they fuck with it.
I put them onto him when he had like 20,000 views on his videos.
And did they agree?
I felt like some of them maybe were confused about what they were looking at, but some people were definitely into it. Like the ones who seemed like more hip hop adjacent seemed like they got it, but then some of them definitely were like, "Oh, is he like making fun of us?"
I wonder if,
he has a
He's
whole,
doubled down on his Judaism for sure.
if Josh ever approves, then I'm with it. If Josh doesn't approve, then
Josh.
I think I got an approval from Josh, so I'm with
Do
it.
you think if you see BLP kosher saying "Free Palestine," does that prove that anyone can be bought and sold,
that would.
or are you going to believe that he had a genuine conversion?
But like the thing about but BLP has never really been spoken out as far as like being pro-Israel in this war. He's been very neutral. He's like, I don't want to see anybody hurt. I got love for my people, of course, but I don't want to see people dying on either side. It brings me pain. I've never seen him be very super vocal about that.
Right.
But the vast majority of his fans are actually just. There's a lot of Jewish Israeli people that not only just strictly Israeli, but just Jewish people that don't even listen to rap, but slap kosher. Go to any of his shows and you'll see it.
He probably does not want to become the face of like the Israeli government. That's probably not the best career move.
No.
He's
Like the settler colonialist vibe, like that's probably not like going to win him a ton of points. He should probably just be more like Jewish pride. But as far as who the Jews are beefing with, that I haven't really looked into it. I need to do a little research. I think that would probably buy him some time.
Why hasn't he linked with Drake yet?
Why hasn't Drake linked with him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, BLP, do it for the kosher.
I think at this but at this time, don't you think at this time,
1 point, Brick's up.
does Drake need to be emphasizing his Jewishness at this time, or should he be doubling down on his blackness?
I think that people shouldn't be afraid to be Jewish, and it's like, and that's like the biggest, that's the worst repercussion culturally that's happening that I notice over here, is that like a lot of people are afraid to speak their minds about certain things because they don't want to get ostracized. Me, like my belief system is way more like on the free Palestine side of things, you know what I mean? But a lot of my like Jewish homies, me not even speaking up or me being like complicit as they view it or quiet during this time, I'm like against them.
Right.
So they start tripping on me too. So it's like, you know.
I just feel like I have nothing to gain from talking about the Middle East, and it's just like I'm observing. I'll listen to a podcast here and there, read an article here and there, but I just don't even really feel like fucking jumping in and pretending that I think one side is good and one side is bad. It's such like a thing. It's such a content arc. You know, like the dude Jacob, who's like a security guard all the time. Like he would dress up like a security guard and like be in everybody's skits.
Yeah.
That dude is like the most hardcore Free Palestine protester. Like he's out in the streets fighting random Jewish protester dudes like every day.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so crazy to see his whole social media shift from like I'm pretending to be a security guard to like I am punching this guy wearing a yarmulke in the face. Like, it's just like I'm just looking at it and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Way to get canceled.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. No, he's not gonna get canceled though. He's fucking because you're like you're safe if you're going Free Palestine.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you go, I agree with everything the Israeli government is doing. For sure, it's time to tee off on you on social media. It's not going to be an easy week for you.
Not 1,000%, but then like this is also the slippery slope that leads to just blatant platformed anti-Semitism. So it's like I feel like there has to be, like I think that's why it's good that for BLP to just be out there repping, and he's shameless about it, and he's still pushing his line, but he's not doing it in an abrasive way that is.
Well, back to Drake, his black card is fucking revoked for right now.
He's not like y'all.
Listen, I love Drake. Florida loves Drake. Let me tell you. They didn't play not one Kendrick song my whole time there. They didn't play Not Like Us.
Where were
every
you?
Club.
You were in the club?
I was like Orlando, Tampa. I was around. I was moving around. I hit Miami for a second.
Yeah, a couple of people hit my line telling me that you were about to get murked.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know. And then they like, did you see on Sunday the podcast? There's like,
he saved my life.
the big homie was taking credit for saving your life.
He saved my life. Listen, like I told him, I do appreciate the heads up though. It shows a lot growth and like structure on the West Coast where we won't turn on each other. But I don't, like I said, I never wanted to see Wack dead. I never wanted to see certain people. You get what I'm saying? It was never a beef like that to me. But yeah, whatever they was talking about was crazy because the shit that I was around, like, I don't think nobody wanted to come across that type of Bricc, baby. You get what I'm saying?
I had Wack and Loose Cannon hit me up back to back within a span of about 5 minutes telling me that you were in hot water and that I had to warn you. And then like Wack hits the DM with both of us and he's just
He's
telling
like,
you that you were about to get turned into a pack of redacteds.
Yeah, it was no way possible though. Like I said, I was put up. I don't even fuck with people. So
why were you even in Florida? What are you doing? Why are you going to enemy turf?
Nigga, because I'm a big op. I'm the biggest op.
You went there? Wait, you went to Miami when you're beefing with Jacksonville, like 6 hours
what's
away?
in Jacksonville? No, I went to Tampa, Orlando. I went to shoot a video right there at the Holiday Inn.
Wait, what?
He shot a video where
Julio died.
Why? You just on a demon streak?
I'm saying, they say that you can't go nowhere around this motherfucker. Like, nobody can control the whole state.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
But you shot a music video.
Yeah.
Where Fulio just died.
Yeah.
Are you trolling? Why would you do that? You had no issues with Fulio.
I didn't diss Fulio. It was like,
you just went there
because I don't know.
You went there to provoke GMK and these guys.
Nah, GMK, we about to sit down. I just went out there.
it wasn't a diss track.
It wasn't a diss track. It was. I shot a song called. It's called Big Ops.
Big Ops.
Yeah.
Not the little one.
Not little one.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. If I was Bricc Baby's manager, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, well, number one, you should have No Jumper executive produce your next project, and we should fully get behind it. Use our networking arms to get features and beats and like really make it a No Jumper Bricc Baby project. I think that would be fucking crazy.
Let's do it.
That'd be fire.
I think the streets would be ready for that.
The streets ready for it. I'm definitely coming. I'm definitely dropping like a whole drill album because everybody hates me right now. Everybody hates Bricc.
A drill album though? Are you gonna clap at your traditional ops from your days as a street dude, or are you gonna clap at like Lovejoy?
Internet. it's all internet. It's all internet apps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We not gonna go take steps backwards now.
I mean, you already had those records back in the day anyway.
Yeah, I did that as a kid. I ain't doing that no more. You know what I mean?
That did occur to me. I was like, I don't know if I want to be like the one promoting the Bricc Baby album if the album is full of you like dissing your LA ops.
Nah, fuck no. I don't even have ops in LA. We pushing peace out here.
Really?
You see me sit down with the Hoovers. You see me sit down with the families. You see me, you know what I mean? Only people. I even sat down with a dude from A-Trey when Big Sad was here. So
you sat down with the dude who gets fucked in the ass yesterday or last week.
That ruined me forever.
You didn't get the blowback that I thought you might get. Pause. Blowing out your back. Pause. But okay.
Yeah. Flacco definitely had a lot to say about it on the Thursday pod.
I heard a little bit about it. I didn't see. I don't know what, but like, what argument could he possibly make that we can't platform some gay dude?
Yeah.
Essentially, because
why?
Because
he platformed Tony Wilrich.
I platform tons of gays.
No, I'm talking about Flock. But go ahead.
Sure, but like in general, like
that was just his. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that's what's dope about Flacco. He'll come in with a contentious point, hoping for a debate because he knows that leads to. But that was his whole stance. He came in basically saying like this shouldn't be platformed on a hip hop platform.
I'm all about
it's a bad look.
Flacco.
He listens to hip hop.
Yeah, but he can be an antagonist. You know, he can do his like whole like I'm taking the edgy side of things thing. But my thing is like, what like. In what way? Like, since when are we not open to have? He interviewed William the Baddest, who did a whole interview talking about how he fucked Soulja Boy in the ass, and then I had to be the voice of reason to be like, no, he's not like presenting any evidence. So how could we possibly like put this out there when this? And now Tasha K is getting sued for platforming that same fucking dude who obviously, if you didn't get it, is a homosexual TikToker, and he said that he fucked Soulja Boy in the ass. Now Soulja Boy is suing.
The first to ever do it.
Yeah, the best. And he's saying the Soulja Boy, or now Soulja Boy is suing Tasha K for it. So like if Flacco, but that's my thing is like Flacco can be antagonistic, but it's like if it makes no sense, then like who are you really going to persuade?
Well, how can you sue for platforming somebody that said that he hit that? Orlando Brown doesn't get sued. Is it any truth behind what Orlando's saying?
I think that realistically Jay-Z could probably sue Orlando Brown.
Did he as well?
Yeah, all these people like, but I mean, it's a question of like if you wanted to actually take the time to go through with it. Yeah, I feel like with Orlando Brown, it's like everybody probably doesn't feel motivated to do it because nobody takes it serious. But like that dude saying that he fucked. I wish I could say the white YouTuber that he also said that he fucked in the ass, but I'm just gonna leave.
No receipts.
He's got like photos of him with them, but it's like just regular. They're just standing there.
Messages though.
It's like if those photos make him gay, then like then
we're gay.
Yeah, then like I'm gay with all y'all.
I fucked Drake.
I was like stood next to someone and took a photo. That means like you fucked him in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is. I think that I didn't get the blowback. Pause that you expected because I think that you've already made me like a fucking zesty crip or some shit to where everybody just expects some zesty ass shit out of me. And that didn't have anything to do with my zestiness last week. That very well hurt me. I did not. Shout out the community, but I did not want to hear that shit.
You didn't seem like you were vibing with his gay talk, especially when he was saying like, and then I stopped cripping, and then I fucked this dude. And like he's like, it's all mixed up in the same narrative.
Yeah, like, and then it's like, yeah, well, when I get into it with her, I won't fuck another woman. I'll just go do some wild shit with a man. So you're sucking dick. Rather than, I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. But the fact that he said that he's not gay 100% and he's going on wild vengeance with meat in his mouth.
I mean, he could identify however he wants, to himself, but how we perceive it, he has no control over that.
I mean, the community should shame him.
Shame him?
Yeah.
For what?
For not claiming to be himself. Like, you can't say you're 100% not gay and then that's all you party with.
Yeah, that is weird, right? Like, he's kind of like wrestling with it. Like, he's like, yeah, I did. And you know that dude Jacoby that he was talking about sucking each other's dicks? You know that guy's like one of those.
Shouts for the $10 super chat, Jacoby.
That dude looks straight out of Wakanda. He's like the biggest, he's huge. He has like 500,000 Twitter followers. He's like a super famous black gay porn star. chiseled. Looks like a fucking bodybuilder or some shit.
Is he fucking Jason Levin around here?
He's like, I don't know, like height wise how we would compare. I haven't seen his dick either, but like it would be like that. It would be like Jack like Jess is getting banged out by like a superhero.
So it's safe to say Jack like Jess is not the more masculine of the duo.
No, and okay, and can I tell you guys two separate anecdotes of things that I've discovered in the past week that I've been at least temporarily disturbed by? So number one, I'll go with Jack like Jess. I'm looking through my Twitter feed the other day. I don't look at my notifications that much because Twitter has become such a hellscape that it's just like there's nothing to offer on the platform anymore. It's just insane. Like it just doesn't feel like real people are the ones interacting with you anymore. So I barely look at my notifications, but I was glancing at it because I had just posted some naked stuff, and I see Jack like Jess's Twitter account. I remember that I initially even got into conversation with Jack like Jess because of Twitter. So I click at his page, and I scroll down a little bit. I see him getting absolutely bulldozed in the booty hole immediately.
Yo, he said he doesn't do that.
He lied. He was getting fucked in the butt.
You lied to me, Jess?
Yo.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
Toe up from the flow up, Bricc.
Can I tell you one thing?
Imagine the smell.
He has to go through a spiritual cleansing. He's fighting demons still.
He definitely fighting demons.
Like, because you're saying that you've never been bulldozed, but it's on your Twitter. It's like, come on, bro. Like, who are you trying to fit in with? We already know that you're like,
Honestly, does this kind of give a little bit of merit to Cassidy moving how she did in that?
I mean, I would like to make it clear that as much as I fuck with Jack like Jess, when he gives his rendition of events, to me,
I'm on Cassidy's side.
I'm not going to say I'm on her side, but I'm very, very open to hearing her side. Like, I feel like her side almost certainly could have some merit.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's going to be a very different interpretation of events.
Well, just imagine what she would say. She's going to say, this dude is, like, because when I heard that he had gone to rehab 5 times in a year, I'm thinking, oh my God, she is the most selfless fucking person on earth, that she's just like riding it out with him and like putting him through all this and paying for it or whatever. And then when I hear that like she was over it, I'm like, oh well, yeah, that makes sense.
To rehab so she can have some time to herself. Like, you want to go back?
Yeah.
If you were in a relationship with somebody that needed to go to rehab 5 times in a year, wouldn't you probably want to cut loose and have some good times with somebody who wasn't under such a state of duress?
You have plenty of time to do it when they was at rehab.
Exactly. Cut a rug. Yeah.
He lost me at. I put the gun in my head, put her gun.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm gone. If a girl tells me, give me money for drugs, and points a gun at her head and mine in the house, at that point, I'm withdrawing from every commitment that I've had with you, and I'm gonna do it the slow way so I don't die. So I pass you to a friend. I might leave you at my homeboy's house like he did, because at that point, it's like I gotta go, and if I tell you I'm going, you're gonna try to kill yourself or kill me.
I like the way that you switched their gender roles, and you're talking from the perspective of her, like she's the dude, and
no, I'm saying if it was me.
No, I get it. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's like, well, she is the dude. She's not getting like, dude, like at the end of the day, her fag claims, excuse my language, her fag claims are not wrong.
They have a little bit more merit. It's abrasive language, albeit
he's gayer than her.
But I mean, her saying that is just like fucked up, regardless of its factuality, right?
Bro, if you look up and he's cheating and they sending videos of fucking ramshacking his fucking asshole.
With zest monsters.
Like what the fuck? Like, it's like at this point, it's like I don't know. Like I said, I learned a lot about transgenders last week, and I didn't know that they didn't consider themselves like gay. They're transgenders. They're women.
It's just elitism. Like, people are gonna like sort themselves into groups. You ever hear about that like prisoner study? What was it, the Stanford prisoner study or some shit, where like they had like a whole group of people like just basically trapped in a room for like a long period of time, and they like told half of them that they were the guards, and they told the other half that they were the prisoners. Now these people were all on the same level going into this, and then as soon as they tell the part of them that they're the guards, they start to develop this like authoritarian complex, and they start shitting on the other ones, even though like 5 minutes before that you guys were all the same. And it's like people just love to do that. It's like some straight like the Salem witch trials type shit. Like you see it with like little girls, how they love to like click up on the playground and just like kind of be mean to like some other girl, kind of like shun her. You know, so even all the trans people, they all get together. They know that they're considered weird in every other aspect of society, but then when they get a chance to bully some dude who's clearly like kind of wrestling with his zestiness, fuck him, just shit on him.
But it's like, if you vouch shit, like if you're gonna cheat and then you say that you're not gonna do it with men because you only like trannies, and then like it doesn't matter where you get your nut off, it's like, hey bro, you're a part of the community, and accept it, embrace it, and keep cripping out your mouth. Please keep gangsta out your mouth, like straight gangster, bro, like you used to be. You was a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But cripping is part of his tale, his saga.
There's an era. There's a crip arc.
That
like,
C meant a lot to him, my friend. It's like he was a Boy Scout.
A cripping's not a part of his tail because his tail's been tampered with.
Listen,
bro, he had paperwork at his crib.
Oh, legitimate. Like all the dudes from his crip hood in Long Island or Brooklyn or whatever, I bet if you ran into them, you would be. You would feel like, okay, these dudes are, well, I don't know, actually, as I say that, like, I wonder who are these guys and what were they doing with fucking Jess? What was their impression of him as a Crip? I don't know.
I mean, Rhode Island Crip together is just like, you know, it's all
Long Island, not Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Which one's harder, Long Island or Rhode
Definitely
Island?
Long Island is like
Island,
part of New York. Rhode Island is like, you know.
His own shit, right?
But oddly enough, the Rhode Island's where all the mobsters, that's where the Italian mafia.
And that's why I thought he was from Rhode Island, though, because he's Italian.
Okay, but let me just
He was a Klansman, too.
He wasn't a Klansman. He was rolling around with a bunch of racist motorcycle gang type dudes, I'm guessing.
Which there's a lot of overlap on the Venn diagram as far as ideology, as far as, you know.
He was a proud boy in training. His dad took him.
He doesn't seem political.
What I'm saying is, his dad was rounding up troops of white boys to go smash on fucking Latino kids' houses and blow their cars up with fucking C4. And
okay,
shit.
but if that was the case, I don't think it's because they're Latino. It's probably because they were the ops, right?
No, it was all white boys. Those weren't the Crips. Remember, I clarified that. I was like, was that during your Cripping phase? He's like, no, it's just all white boys.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's racially motivated beef, like in his and for sure, like if you're from a 1%er motorcycle club, there's race is a factor.
Yo, how good was the part where he started spazzing on the chat because that one dude was hating on him, his actual op?
Yeah, I think that was the guy that released the footage.
I think that was the guy who came to the pop-up shop and was telling me that he was Jack like Jess's op. Anyway, I just want to finish this out. So, seeing Jess getting banged in the ass,
disconcerting for sure.
Definitely a worrisome experience for me. Then, Destiny, the streamer Destiny. I'm not 100% sure that this is real, but I saw screenshots leaked. The chat can fact check me if they want. You know, and he's somebody that I've been cool with for a couple years now. Huge amount of respect for him. Always knew that he was bisexual, but you know, you never really like see anything. So it's like from my perspective, it's like he's married to a girl. I'm thinking maybe he's bisexual as like a.
Can we get one more fan, please?
This is hard as fuck. I'm thinking like maybe he's more like theoretically bisexual, right?
Yeah.
Some girl leaked text messages of him talking to her about how one of his fetishes is to slurp the pie out of the V.
Oh, that's what he's into?
And that was just like
he's a pie slurper?
That was just crazy.
They call that snowballing, right?
That's a little bit different.
Snowballing is where the girl consumes your goop and then gives it back to you.
It's the same end result.
Yes, but
he
comes back in your mouth.
He wants to hook up with a girl and have her boyfriend go inside her.
Whoa.
And then he's going to go and... I don't know if those screenshots are... I think they are real, but... Anyway,
that's taking by curiosity.
Adam, you got yourself in the middle of some fucked up shit, bro. You have to go through a lot of shit during the day. Like you dibble and dabble in shit, and I don't think that you really are expecting the results that you're getting.
I'm well rounded.
Yeah, you are.
I be with the Crips. I be with the gays. I be with the gay Crips. I be with the Latinos. I be with the Latinxes. Just a lot of different weird people. But anyway, all I'm saying is like, it's one thing to know that somebody is gay or lesbian or whatever, and it's like it's another thing to really either see/know the seedy details of it.
Yeah, the sordid depravity that your bisexuality takes you to is in things like wanting to slurp up cream pies. You don't know those intricate details of someone's mind.
I guess I was like holding out hope that he was like a minimal gay, or that he was like a.
That is minimal.
That's pretty intense.
He didn't say
but this is also. But
he didn't say, "Oh, my fetish is to get banged out by your boyfriend in front of you."
You're right, but he also in the screenshots I saw said that he just loved to make dudes finish. But he also said, "LOL, ooh, dudes."
But
like
that's the thing.
So like he's like virtue signaling to the girl, basically being like, "I'm not gay." But I like to do this and this.
Well, but that's also taking his whole, because wasn't the thing that he was a cuck essentially, right? Like that's what people were saying. And
but okay,
he essentially had an open relationship, allowed his.
A lot of people exactly, but a lot of people called him a cuck, which is like particularly not accurate because he said that he never would be interested in seeing his girl get banged out. He was just okay with her going and sleeping with other guys and like being in side relationships with other guys, which that's way different than the cuck thing.
But that's like normalizing. It's just is normalizing it to the point where eventually then you're sucking out cream pies.
Well, we don't know. Maybe the zesty stuff came first. Maybe he was doing all kinds of super zesty stuff, and then he met her, and she brought him more over to the straight side.
It could be.
Or she could have said, like, he could have told her, like, go let him shoot inside of you, and then come back out, hold it. Don't sit over the toilet.
One of my connects, though, like, told me, don't believe those screenshots.
Yeah, like I'm definitely also questioning.
We want to know.
It's from some girl, Lav, who like has like she's hell bent on destroying him. So maybe I won't believe it. I don't know. I actually just don't know.
Never believe the bitch, church.
It just feels
Never
like
believe the bitch.
It feels like the tweet of him exposing that he likes to do that should have more than 3,200 likes.
Yeah, like one would assume somebody that like moves the net as much as he does.
I just feel like that would be like a bigger deal.
I mean, if he's an open bi, what's the big deal?
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say. He's told the world that he was bi. Like,
to me, it's like even if you're openly bi, consuming the C pie out of the V pie is just still like that's so much more than I would ever normally expect from anyone.
Well, is it though? Because it's essentially like the same thing as a straight dude going down on a bitch. Like it's like me eating my girl out.
I feel like it's
right?
like it's the smuggling.
No.
It's the smuggling of the nut.
Right. The nut smuggling is crazy, but like if you're bi, you're into dudes. Like you fuck with dudes, you like dick. So I don't understand why
people would think that you sucked the cream from Jason Love.
I did not.
Day.
I wasn't even there. I haven't even seen him since
when it came home. It probably was like a little bit more cream left, and you. Let me clean that up for you, wifey.
Don't you know the reality about that? You do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I feel like I like basically said it on a podcast, but I can't believe.
Yeah.
What, like,
where.
Is this like essentially? I'm assuming you're alluding to the fact that maybe this fool didn't know.
Wait, no, we're not gonna do all that.
Like,
you said you're not giving up any.
No snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that.
That's just what this is just like Reddit lore, you know what I'm saying? From days old.
I feel like I already said it somewhere, but either way.
Sometimes I get a perk stiffy that doesn't bust.
Yeah, it could be.
They
like
love
that.
it.
Not to talk about porn because I know they hate it, but like yesterday I went into like an old backyard in North Hollywood and had to bang my girl and this other super hot chick, Sinatra Monroe. And which, you like that name? Sinatra Monroe? Just like pick like the two most 50-ish ass names you could possibly think of.
They used to fuck each other too.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I fucking just had to bang them out in this like old ass like garage. And it was just like, it was so hot. But I'm like wearing a fucking like the dicky worker suit, like pretending to be a mechanic and shit. It was fucking crazy.
That's one of my favorite roles. I want to do that one day.
Dress up like a mechanic.
Yeah.
Storylines are great. I don't know. Maybe I'm old. I feel like that.
Did you fuck her on the hood of an old school car?
We were kind of limited in what positions we could do. We were kind of like having to just like bend them over and shit on the cars, but like. It's like hard to find like a good hood, and like a lot of the hoods have like a lot of dust on it, and like we didn't really have that much time to be like cleaning it, and like you don't really want to fucking
put
a pile
a towel
of dust.
down.
Dust.
Yeah,
It's
like a period fuck. Put the towel down and bang her blood.
we
out.
did that on a tire at one point.
Have you ever did like fucking like period porn? Is that
No.
like a thing?
Is that a genre? Damn, I just
You can't even do that on OnlyFans.
you can't have
Really?
No blood.
No blood.
No blood.
What about on Pornhub?
I don't think there either.
Fuck.
damn, as like twisted of a mind as I have, I never arrived at the conclusion. And I've definitely, like during period sex, left Motel 6 looking like a fucking murder scene.
Yeah.
But that's happened.
disgusting.
But like, how far gone do you have to be to really want to spend that much time in like the smelliest, dirtiest fucking thing on earth? Like, I love pussy as much as the next guy, but bro, when it's like fully bleeding, to me, it's like,
Yeah, well, if it's like a heavy flow day, because there's like variants.
You
of
gotta
your
go like
period.
third or fourth day.
Yeah.
I feel like, but you're talking about you're leaving it looking like a serial killer was just in there. To me, it's like you could do it in like a pretty clean
No.
way.
Well, like
Drugs have you like, I just want to fuck.
Yeah.
But you just blame everything on
That's-
drugs,
No, but that's really what it
It's
is.
what
Like
it
if you have
is.
like the Mo 6 with like,
and you're wiping blood on the walls.
No, it just like happens to like like when they squirt, shit comes out.
He didn't
You don't
put a
really
towel
realize
down.
like the towel's irrelevant at a certain point. And when you highlight that, like,
Yeah.
shit.
Does she really need
Like-
to like
Yeah.
squirt while bleeding? Like, have some fucking decency, lady.
yeah, for real. Like that's just all bad. But it's,
Yeah, I kind of take off all my clothes so my shirt doesn't look like I killed anybody.
Well, let's go in the shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shot. No,
yeah.
I don't
I don't like when I'm not up under the water though.
Most girls I've known throughout my life do not want to be getting super extra crazy freaky when they have their vagina smelling the worst that it's going to smell out of that month.
Not for sure. I mean, like it's definitely not optimal.
All periods don't smell though. It's
No, they
like
don't.
if it has a heavy smell, then bitch, it's a wrap anyway. Nobody's
My
fucking with you.
bitch pussy be stinking when she's bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll normally like say something.
I feel like usually the period stinks. I don't know. I don't even like. Honestly, I'm not really fucking around her period that much.
It's definitely a riper time for sure.
Listen, you've been together 8 years.
Yeah,
I mean, we could wait a couple days, right? Like, it's just not
you'll be all right.
Tell that to that one. Shit.
for real.
Yeah.
She's just demanding it.
Yeah, like fuck my blood.
Not because they get horny as fuck on their period. Like they get horny as fuck. Like that's you're definitely at a heightened state of arousal and shit. They be on that. Like
Yeah.
Or some days dick might be too hard when you wake up like, bitch, I don't care what's going on down there. I gotta get off real quick.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. It's like I'm getting off regardless. No red light stopping me. I'm a crip.
That's the
Never
best
been
kind of
scared
sex.
no blood.
Is when you're just like trying to just get it out real quick, and you have like a good excuse, like you have to like catch the bus. So you like, she's not gonna blame you if you like last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, in the morning, the most you're gonna get is 5 minutes. All the drugs have worn off.
yeah,
And also like, well, yesterday it was just kind of defeating because it's like I'm banging this, like they just look so hot together, and I'm not really able to enjoy it because I'm having to like pretend that I'm not doing it so I can fuck longer so that I can actually
Yeah.
like do the job
Yeah.
of the guy who's fucking on camera. Like I just want to nut. I was like I don't want to have to like hold this in.
What are you thinking about?
I was like kind of look at the ceiling. I was like thinking about like the wood in the ceiling and shit.
Yeah, you
maybe
can
I
start
should.
finding other details in the room to focus on.
Yeah.
equations like 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3
I used
is
to think about
27.
golf, but like I don't know, the grass. It's just like,
Golf.
it's not like gross. Sometimes I'll try to think of like an old guy's dick,
Yo,
like a Mr. Burns type
something that
character.
turns you off.
Well, now you have 2 new images to use. You have Jack like Jez getting pounded. That'll just turn you down a little.
Honest to God, that's perfect.
There you go. So
That's
And
terrible.
Destiny,
Yeah.
how could you actually be? How could you deny proof of the existence of God and things like this happen? You know what I mean? Like that's literally God giving you an alley oop
thank you, God. It's
throughout the
amazing.
course of 15
I'm not-
minutes on a pod.
I'm thinking that we should just go over the topics that we were going to talk about because that was the first time me having a conversation with a trans woman, and I didn't understand why I was so uncomfortable. And I hate to say that, but I was uncomfortable. That's why I left for that time because it's like, okay, we're cool until I found out about the video. You got some explaining. I think he leaves mystery so he could come on again.
He's like whimpering in the video. No, I think he thought that I just hadn't or was never gonna obviously go to his OnlyFans or go to the Twitter.
Whimpering in the video.
That's disturbing.
What the fuck?
Like a dog being dragged through the street.
So I feel like this. I feel like Jess is something that he's someone that comes to conclusions over time. Like off top, he's like, "Oh, I'm definitely not gay. I would never fuck a trans. I would never do anything." Then he's like, "Okay, yeah, I'm down to fuck a trans, but da 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 da." And the way he's justified the fact that he's quote unquote
he's
not
down
gay.
to marry a trans.
Well, now he's at the point where he's like, "Oh, it's for work. I only do gay things on camera for work. I don't do that for my own pleasure."
But a lot of girls would say that. So that's why I think it's kind of funny that he uses that, because it does make sense from the standpoint of a creator, where it's like, if that's going to be the thing that makes way more money than anything else you could do, it starts to just feel like, oh, that's like a good day at work. That's like a good job. Gay shit is a good job. Straight shit is a bad job.
Not being able to sit down on the way home is cool.
Obviously, he's okay with having his asshole reupholstered.
Yeah, and he's fucking laying in the back of the black truck on the way home. He's not sitting down.
I feel like a man who's taken it in the Duke shoot more than a few times, it probably starts to just become more normal, right?
I don't know.
But I'm impressed by the self-control issued by the Crips, because the spider loc that I know should have already done 40 minutes on you sitting there having that conversation.
But just having a combo though, is that?
Yeah, that was intense.
Where's Nina Boy? This is where's the Bricc Baby fan club? It feels like
you wanted me to get bashed.
You set it up. You made it sound like that was a definite.
I thought it was.
Yeah,
because you set me up. I knew Jess was coming. I didn't know that it was a tell-all.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was gonna release his freakiest demon. No, it was okay, Jess broke up with her. Okay, we're gonna talk about Jess and his dad and breaking up. Then it's oh, she called me a faggot because I was sucking dick, and I was like, dude. Then he tried to pass me the blunt after talking about him only sucking dick, and
I smoked it right after him, and the chat was going nuts.
Yeah, because they see me do this, and then you just sparked it back. I watched you spark it back. I said, he's a fucking tough one.
And I told him I'm glad he did that, because
he's a fucking tough one.
It made it so I didn't have to be the asshole.
Yeah, he told me thank you after the show. He's I appreciate you for denying the blunt.
If your girl passes me the blunt, I'm gonna smoke the blunt.
I mean, that's cool.
Even if I knew that she gave you head and swallowed your cum an hour ago, I'm probably not going to think about it. I'm probably just going to hit the blunt.
Well,
I'm not.
I feel like the woman's mouth cleanses the blunt.
Yeah, the woman's.
That's somewhere in between here and Destiny.
So what if Lush just got done sucking comp up for a free line?
Who?
Lush. You know
I don't know them to be homosexuals.
He was doing rails off of Compa's dick at one point of their career.
Okay. If I'm with a porn star chick and she was just sucking a dude's
Lush.
dick, no, Lush is not giving head. I feel like you're introducing a wild hypothesis there, so I feel like maybe I don't want to go down that path. I'm actually just really hoping that I never find that out.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that
shit's getting frisky over those drugs for free, bro.
You feel me? But okay. I have nothing against hitting the blunt after a gay dude or a dude who.
It's not that, but it's while in the midst of having that conversation.
Yeah,
that. It just made the optics were crazy, and I already knew. I was like, I'm a pretty open-minded person when it comes to shit like that. But I was not finna hit that blunt.
But that's all optics. It's no science to it.
The dick isn't the problem, pause. It's the shit particles from eating ass and shit, eating another man's ass.
I eat ass.
Yeah, it's just
it's woman ass.
Yeah, but
woman butt, girl butt is different.
Yeah, girl butt is cool.
Girl butt is for sure cool and doesn't fart or anything. But did y'all notice? I know you were outside, so you couldn't have. But in Brick's absence, he dropped 2 N-bombs. He felt very comfortable to drop 2 N-bombs.
I noticed one, and I couldn't really identify. Was that just because the black guy left? Or was it, so when I heard that he dropped 2, I was like, oh, that seems more likely to be deliberate.
And, like,
Diabolical.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. I don't know
think
if he
he
did it on
grew up
purpose.
saying that because he said it,
for
but
sure.
then
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we not gonna do that. Then he did it.
White dude trying to be in gangs and shit from Long Island, 1,000% chance.
My
They were saying
nigga,
that,
my
man.
nigga. That was his favorite song.
For sure.
My nigga, my nigga.
Classic.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a hell of a person. He's still my friend, I guess.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
I'm
affect how I feel
disappointed.
about him as a person at all. But like,
I'm disappointed.
also there's this other interesting trend of the Jess interviews of Adam trying to like beyond normalized, but turn us out on Bussy.
Yeah.
He's done that multiple times now.
Oh yeah, you said some crazy shit when I left.
What'd I say?
You said that you think both of your co-hosts would be turned on about you can turn them on to Bussy. I seen that when I watched the show over again.
And then Shorty was like, I ain't never got turned down before, and I was
That's a clip that got sent to me
I'm always gonna
by my
be
brother,
optimistic.
by my family.
I'm always
Said, "You're
gonna
not
look on the
say
bright
nothing
side."
to the white boy about this.
I'm always gonna push you guys to be the best version of yourself that you can be.
I'm not.
Switching to Bussy.
No.
yeah, that, and like
Not yet.
I am interviewing that dude.
Not yet.
The Asian dude who said, I got so much pussy that I might switch to Bussy.
oh yeah, you definitely
coming.
You have to. You have to.
We're gonna find out.
I'll switch to Bussy. Maybe never in my afterlife or something. But
Yeah, the
right
32nd
now I'm
of
not on
February.
that. I'm not
What
on
about
that
Cussy?
way. What is that?
Pussy.
Because it's a crib.
It's Bussy, but it's the Crip version. It's still gay.
No.
It's just like from a Crip
So
perspective.
it's like Tony.
Is that the thing that
like,
bothers
it's
you?
like fucking Tony Woolrich? No, sir.
Did that bother you more than the gay stuff? The fact that it's like being juxtaposed with like cripping?
Oh no, he folded his flag a long time ago.
So that shit doesn't bother you
I'm
at
not
all?
even going for that shit right there. Every time that he tries to cuz like, hey, we're gonna get your Crip card back. You heard what I said during the live. I said we'll get your Crip card back one day. It's just not gonna be today with me. You got to go back to the Rhode Island, Long Island Crips and figure that out.
You think he needs to be packed out?
No, he just needs to stay away.
I think he's already been getting pounded out bad enough. He already,
Yeah, so I'm
he
like,
already got put off the
like-
set with all them
like,
dicks.
I don't think-
Jacoby put him off the set.
He got fucked into a different.
Listen, any dude taking
Wakanda
12
side now.
inches and 10 inches up the anal, man, I don't think nobody wants to fight him. I don't think he feels pain.
Yeah,
I don't think pain is a problem to him.
that's an awful lot of nerve endings for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why did God put your G spot in your asshole if he didn't want you to get fucked in it?
Yeah. I'm about to leave again.
That's a real question.
So, I mean,
That's a good question. If God
my
didn't want
G-spot
you,
is like up under the tip of my dick. I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know how.
I don't know
how religious you are, but like honestly, why would God make it so that when a doctor needs to make it so that you come, that he has to go into your butthole?
That's what the doctor does.
What are you talking about?
Well, for me,
What are you talking about? Your doctor made you come?
I never had a doctor make me come.
I never told you about this.
Nah.
I had
Don't tell
a.
me about it.
I had an infection on my prostate.
Oh shit.
And I didn't know what it was, but I was like freaking out. I went to this fucking clinic, and basically like they needed me. They needed like me
Yeah,
to
the finger.
like I couldn't just jerk off. It needed to be like my asshole getting my prostate.
They
getting,
milked your prostate.
basically, yeah. So this fucking dude throws on a glove. This is a long time. I talked about this a long time ago, but whatever. This is for a new audience.
Fuck is milk.
He puts on the rubber glove. He lubes up his hands, and I don't know if he single fingered it or double fingered it, but what's up? And fucking
Hit you with the bowler.
and when I looked down at my dick, because like I had like a little plastic cup that like my dick was inside to catch whatever was gonna come out.
Were you hard, bro?
No.
Okay.
Which was the weird part about it. It was weird to see like
it's better that way because I was about to say, had you had an erection, you would be gay.
nope. And then nope. I did not have an erection. That, you're right. That would have worked.
Yeah.
That would have
But
been kind of
instead, it's like you look down and you have like a tiny little droplet that comes out from him stimulating the prostate. I don't know. Either way, they took that
It felt
specimen. It did not feel great. They analyzed that. I've never wanted to do that
They
afterwards.
analyzed it.
They analyzed it and they decided that I in fact had this infection. They put me on some fucking antibiotics for like 40 days and it went away. I don't know how I got it. It was weird.
That's
Somebody didn't brush their teeth before they ate your ass.
Honestly, I have no clue what it
One
could
of
have
those
been. Really.
fucking, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's scary shit, dude. Like once, like literally, fool. Like people really don't play about when it comes to
But no
your
cap.
colon health and shit like that.
No,
like,
no cap. I popped the ecstasy pill before.
We know.
No, I popped the ecstasy
both
pill
did?
before.
Probably a lot of
no.
them.
I popped it, right? And I went to take a shit. Before I could sit down, it was like nut just coming out my dick. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
It was just like I was so high that it was just like,
You spontaneously
Wow.
came?
yeah, I didn't even shit. No
I've
shit
never heard
came
of
out you never heard of somebody? He's a druggie. You never heard of nobody fucking shooting up crystal for the first time and they fucking come on this
Wait, really?
Actually, yes,
that's
yes.
a real thing.
Your limp
Yeah.
dick will just come because it feels so good that it
Yeah,
just...
like you're going
Yeah.
through like the euphoric state of just like,
No, that's
it
true.
might have been my
It's the
fucking pants, my boxers rubbing my dick too much on the way down.
the
like,
amphetamine rush for show is a part of that, and maybe I don't know, maybe fucking your prostate was being, you feel me, triggered somehow by the shit. And
Did you have a butt plug in?
What the fuck? Hell no. I don't think I even knew what butt plugs were back then. That's like, nigga, I didn't learn what a butt plug was, so I was like 30,
Whoa.
like 28.
Sheltered.
I knew what ass beads were and shit for
Okay.
like bitches. I seen that. Like, I'm not touching that. Like, bitch, you put all those in your ass and pull them out. Like,
Wait, really? I've never done that.
Never seen anal beads before?
I've seen it. I've like heard about it, but I've never like done it.
yeah, I'm not doing it either. Because if you shit on me while I'm pulling those things out, I probably will never fuck with you again.
Yeah, that's gonna come with some extra tartar sauce for sure. That's con queso.
Yeah. It's gonna have like little.
Gonna have a little
it has to.
remnants.
Yeah. Ugh.
But there's what's it called? There's a silic husks. There's this stuff. It's called husk. Something like a husk, and it's like stuff that you take that basically like makes your food like condense and like harden and stuff. And it's basically like gay dudes / porn stars will take it because it makes it so basically you're a lot better at doing anal.
Wow.
And I forget exactly what they're called, but
I'm not across this.
let me get the mouse. Yeah.
So would it makes your turds more firm?
That's
I'm
what
gonna
it says.
search
It sounds like fibrous. Yeah. It sounds
Gay
like
men
No,
hus.
why? Can we go?
Yes, psyllium hus and bottoming. Bottoming is getting pain in the ass. Yeah, let's just go to Reddit. I've been taking psyllium hus for about 10 or 11 days now because I heard the wonders of how it makes you go all in one and how it's really clean. It's meant to help form your movement, your bowel movement, so it all
You see what they're doing?
so it comes out all together. However, it hasn't seemed to be working for me, and I'm wondering if any of you take psyllium hus, and if so, how much, how often, and what time of the day or before or after meals do you take it? The advice on the back of my pack is to take 1 teaspoon a day mixed with your water, and no more than this. I was doing this for about a week with no results. I've upped it up to 2 teaspoons, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. I haven't noticed any change in my movement. I don't know, but either way, apparently this is that's something you might do if
up
you
the
want.
dose, homie. Up the dose. Go hard or go home.
Isn't that crazy to know that gay dudes are like taking supplements so that they could be better at getting fucked in the asshole?
I mean, it would make sense. Like, I can't even conceive of, like, it seems like it would be something that you need to break in a little bit and get used to. I don't know.
Yuck.
Yeesh.
I'm disgusted, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
We spent almost an hour already on this podcast, and a large chunk of it has been us like trying to break down some gay stuff.
that's what I'm saying. This is starting to be
Let me throw out another topic.
2 weeks in a row.
How excited are you guys to vote Kamala 2024?
Nigga, I'm voting for Trump
She's a black lady. Are you? Tell me
yeah.
why. Why?
because Trump is a gangster.
See, I knew you were going to say that before you even said it.
Yeah, he's a gangster. He's
That
just-
bullet shot, like when he got his goddamn ear clapped off, it's just like somebody like Bricc. Like now you have such a sense of communal rage with him. Like you know how it feels to get shot, and even though he took a fucking little ass flesh
It don't
wound,
matter. He didn't know at the time, and the fact that he felt his feet and he could still get back up, and he bounced up and chunked up.
Yeah, no,
that's
him
like
throwing
chunking
up,
up
like-
the set. Like, nigga, I'm straight. Don't trip, cuz nigga, I'm finna go to the hospital. Nigga, y'all niggas don't cry.
would you have voted when it was Obama versus who did he run against? Bob Dole?
Bob Dole is a
yeah.
fucking.
Would you have if John McCain? Well, John McCain was captured in a fucking war camp and tortured And Mitt Romney was the other person. If John McCain, who I'll bring up a photo of him just for that.
I know.
Hey, he's a straight.
You know who John McCain is?
Yeah.
If he had got shot in a similar sense in front of the whole nation on camera, would you have voted for him over Obama, who realistically was a relatively tepid African American, not the type that you would imagine to like survive a hail of gunfire?
Obama listens to a lot of rap music.
You do.
Don't
So that
discredit
fake ass playlist.
He had Bad and Bougie on his playlist. He had Bad and Bougie on it.
I don't know, man.
All right, so had I no, because he doesn't have 3 felonies. He's not a fuck up. You know what I mean? He's exposing fucking Fonnie Willis. You know what I mean? He's just on the team. He released a whole lot of good felons. He caught 3 felonies. He's a fuck up. If we're
Kodak,
gonna have anybody,
ASAP Rocky.
come on, bro. Lil Wayne.
Well, also like prior to his whole Proud Boy arc in the 2016 elections, Black America loved Donald Trump. He was beloved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. Fools was referenced on songs from everybody to Raekwon and Smith and Wesson to Mac Miller. Like
I don't even think YG plays "Fuck Donald Trump" in concert anymore.
No.
Or at least when I was at Rolling Loud and I watched him and Tyga's entire set, I'm pretty sure that he did not.
No, I'm sure that song is like out of rotation at this point.
It's just such a different time from the era in which hating Donald Trump was just like a given for any young person in America. It felt like, especially on the coast,
the stimulus package. He won the black community forever with the free dub. Everybody got a free dub.
But hey, man, Kamala's polling pretty good because let's be real. As much as Trump has a whole movement behind him, there is a huge chunk of America that fucking hates him. And I feel like Kamala, as much as she may be somewhat detestable and has this insane, annoying, psychotic laugh thing, I do feel like maybe it does seem like a good shot by the Democrats that they might actually embrace a somewhat normal human being. Because, all right, think about the number one thing that they used against Joe Biden. You're old. Guess what? Kamala Harris is 59.
Yeah. Right.
Trump is old as fuck to her. So now she can take the Uno reverse card and say, hey, that shit that you were saying about my team, boom, you're 20 years older than me. Fuck you.
Hey,
well, here's the thing. So I kind of have a different perception.
It's a lot more young people than old people. We're going off
but they don't really vote.
Trend.
Well,
and it's all about a couple of swing states.
Well, here's the thing. Like for me personally, when I look at Kamala Harris, I look at the person who incarcerated.
Yeah, I'm looking at the fucking DA of the state.
Yeah, literally, like especially
the state attorney.
Being someone that has so many friends from the Bay Area and so many friends that got incarcerated by her administration directly.
You would think she was a fucking Klansman.
Giving away,
she was doing that shit.
Giving football numbers out for nonviolent crimes and all kinds of crazy shit. Like I despise that woman before she even was in a position to be running for like political office of that magnitude.
To be fair, I would say that a huge percentage of Californians agree that we need to be tougher on crime.
Fair enough.
There's been like a 26% reduction in both federal and state prisoners, like the number of people that are locked up, which from our perspective as hip hop fans and people that are associated with the streets and stuff, that sounds pretty good. But a lot of Americans also clearly blaming that on why there's such an uptick in crime. So her being tough on crime, like the Republicans are going to try to paint her as exactly what you just said, and it might actually kind of work out for her because, well, the Republicans probably aren't going to try to paint her as that, but like, people in general are going to try to paint her as that. I feel like that might actually kind of serve her.
Well, what it does is it gets rid of her authenticity and power to a lot of people within the disenfranchised communities that she's claiming to represent, and that the Democratic Party has been pandering to for the entirety of his existence.
I've seen her polling pretty well with black people.
Crime is down all across America and definitely in California.
The past couple years, but during COVID, it surged so much that I think that it still feels that way at the very least.
That's going to skew statistics, though.
Because, the average American is like way more conscious of crime in 2024 than they were even back in 2019 because of social media and everything. It's just like out there. It's in front of your eyes a lot more.
100%. And that does two things. It reduces crime because it makes people be a little bit craftier because you can't just, because there's cameras everywhere. Everything you do is on blast. But what it also does is, like you said, it brings more awareness of crime, which then like kind of perpetuates fear and makes it's a double-edged sword. But honestly, at the end of the day, all that aside, all the good old boys that were so opposed to the idea of a black person being in office, especially after Obama was there, that kind of like fueled Trump's entire reign initially, they're not going nowhere, and they're definitely not going to be like hop on over to the left with that candidate.
The whole thing is she's polling better than Biden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is kind of crazy that like the least popular like presidential candidate during her run at president / like as a vice president, she's been like overwhelmingly unpopular, could actually be more popular than the guy who was just president for 4 years.
Yeah, for sure.
That says a lot.
I think we all were waiting for Biden. I think it was like a dream come true. You've been fighting for years to become the president. You got your 4-year term. You did absolutely nothing but give away our money to other people at war.
Yep.
I understand what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You were trying to reconcile the relationships that Trump once crushed, I guess. But the nice guy always loses. So get the fuck up out of here, Joe.
When Kamala wins, it's going to be extra hard for all the Trump supporters to take the fact that this relatively unlikable Indian woman was able to beat their guy.
That's gonna piss them off for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But like Dr. Umar made a really interesting point, because like he's like, this was before. If you watch his Breakfast Club interview, he was talking about. They asked him, because I think it dropped 2 weeks ago. So this is before Biden dropped out, and they were like,
right.
So what do you think about, should Biden drop out? And he was basically like, he's 100% inept, but really who looks the most inept is the Democratic Party overall, that this is the best candidate they could come with.
Omar is so persuasive that he almost has me feeling bad about bunny hopping. Like, why am I with a white woman? Armenian, but still.
That's ambiguous. Like, there's like, you know what I mean? Like, Armenia is...
His commitment to the bunny hopping thing is like the craziest shit
Armenians
ever.
Borderline.
I agree.
Yeah,
it's enough sun over there to make them brown.
One time, Lena and I were at the store, and a couple of small teenagers came up to her and told her that they really appreciated how she was representing for people of color.
Yeah.
And she asked me, she said, am I seriously a person of color? Like this, like what? Like she never had anybody like refer to her as that her whole life. And then when she first started blowing up, people started throwing that on her. But
they didn't think she was like a reggaeton singer.
The Middle East is closer to Africa than it is anything else.
Let me ask you this. What is your perspective on bunny hopping? If one of your homies was fully in a relationship with a white woman from Laguna Beach, how does that change your view of him? Given that seems like it's probably pretty uncommon.
Did you look at me any different when you met me through my white bitch?
You were just using her apartment as a place to deal drugs out of.
That was my bitch. I was living with her for years. And the other was my
I never took it that you were in a relationship with her, to be honest.
It was by the time, because I had moved out, because she was start doing weird shit. So I was.
I'm talking about girlfriend, like your homie.
Girlfriend.
He's getting married to a white woman. I want to know what your perspective is on that.
Good luck.
Good luck, like you think it's doomed to fail. What if they seem incredibly happy together?
Because you got to think about the baby shower. You got to think about Christmas. You got to think about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, those are going to be great.
Right.
They're going to be great. They're going to have a good old time.
Oh yeah, everybody's coming to each other's houses.
What if she seems like she is very friendly to the Rolling 60s community and whatnot?
Her parents?
Let's assume that they are all very friendly and things seem like they're going very well.
Okay, so
you haven't seen it.
What happens when you put too much sugar in the yams or too much seasoning on the collard greens?
You think that that's going to be what dictates?
Oh, that's a problem, because if my mom comes over and you feed her some bland ass shit, it's all this white people ass food. I don't know how to fuck
Becky with the good hair fucked it up again.
But can't you just laugh at that? Ha ha! Look how different we are.
No,
our cooking sucks. Ha ha.
No, but like I feel like y'all are talking about two different things, because you're talking about like if it's.
You said getting married. All of that comes with getting married. You have to think. the baby shower. So what is the baby gonna be, Catholic or is it gonna be Baptist? What are we? You get what I'm saying? Like, even if we're both Christians at this point, like, it's not the same.
I think it just depends on the family though, because there's like there's a lot of white families that have way more like soul and swag than people think, and there's a lot of black families that are more mundane and just like don't, you know what I mean? Like, that are culturally way more.
Name me a white woman over the age of 55 that has soul and culture.
Martha Stewart
doesn't have soul and culture. She's just cool with a couple niggas.
Why can't they just be nice and cool and like chill?
I don't know. Because I went through this.
You've tried to fall in love with a white woman.
I've had relationships where I'm like, I can't fuck with you no more because your parents.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You weren't in love with her if that was enough to push you over the edge.
Dude, we're not gonna mix. We're not about to have babies. Once I told her we'll never have a baby together, it's like.
But why would you say that? You're having babies with everybody else.
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
You've been having kids for like a century and a half, a decade and a half.
All nigga bitches.
What? Okay, Playboy Cardi and Iggy Azalea. Did you always know that was doomed to fail?
Cardi's a white girl too, so I don't know.
But okay, all these NBA players, a lot of them, it seems like they end up in relationships with white women, right?
It's a rite of passage.
Now, okay, when you look at rappers, I will say, I was like really trying to think of like top rappers that seem like they had like wholeheartedly wifed up white women, and it's not a lot that come to mind.
Well, like even Jeezy having the Asian wife, people were tripping on him for that super hard.
Right.
And that's...
I just had this conversation with like a white girl, and she's like, it's like the crazy white bitches, they fuck it up for us. Like the people who really are into biracial dating, it's like, I can't go to his mom's house. They're like, that white bitch is here, get the white bitch out the house, and I want to have kids. He used to be in the NFL, whatever, and we really love each other, but it's like his family would look down on me if I had a baby. So it's not just me saying that. It's different relationships that I've encountered to where the parents are usually the problem.
It just feels like you're focusing so much on the parents thing, when I feel like when you're deciding who you're going to be in a relationship with, who the fuck cares? How much time do you spend with the parents?
You're talking about marriage and a relationship is two different things. Like, to fuck on her girlfriend for years and all that, but once it starts to become it's like...
No,
and it's not like you can do it if you want. Like, nobody
you
was
love
stopping
her.
me.
You want to be with her. Aren't you going to stomach her parents being a little annoying?
You know what? Maybe
not having soul.
Like, if you're younger,
you'll be okay.
If you're younger, yes. But once you reach a certain age and practicality is brought into the equation, you do look at families and how the families are going to mix and things like that.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, my lady wouldn't have fully embraced me if her parents didn't fuck with me like that. And when her parents were like excited about me,
they were like, "Oh, we like Guero."
Yeah, exactly. They're like, "Oh, like, you know what I mean?" Like, for whatever reason, they're like, "This."
Did they call you Guero?
Nah, but like her pops, they have funny names. Her pops calls me Pelon because like my head's bald or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, they're cool as fuck. But if we weren't able to get along like that, and if my family wasn't feeling her, it might have been different. That might have stopped the trajectory. Like, yeah, obviously, like, you're in love, of course, that takes precedence. But at a certain age, like, things like that get deprioritized for practicality, because you know what it looks like when you're in the aftermath of the situation, and you're like,
black and white is definitely
more
easier.
volatile.
No, it's easier than black and brown. And that's the craziest statement. Like, in California, like, a black and white relationship, that might be smoother than going into it with a Latina.
I also feel like you probably have like a hard time even imagining ending up in a relationship with like a Taylor Swift.
be fired.
Like a Taylor Swift, who's not, obviously her stardom is like the main defining characteristic, but like a regular ass white woman. I feel like you can't even comprehend, like the only ones that you are even thinking of are like
prostitutes.
But the girl that you're talking about from before, totally
But
lit.
that's just one out of like 20.
She's like a Xan dealer. She's just like just like a different type of white chick.
Yeah, no, she's from fucking Mountain View, California.
To you,
fucking,
a white girl is
they live by
V
Google.
nasty. That's just
No,
not like a
fuck
white
no,
girl. That's
no,
like a rare anomaly.
Well, and
I
that's
gotta
the
show
thing
That's
you.
like the blackest
I
white
gotta-
girl on earth.
I gotta show you my Rolodex.
Okay.
The Pokemon collection?
Yeah, because I
Your
got
Pokedex.
I got some nerdy ones that I've encountered, and I told you like their family like I might have a white kid out here.
Honestly,
and
though,
their
like
family made her not fuck with me.
this
no
is
more
also
after
like
she was
a
pregnant.
really like down here it'd be like that, but up in the Bay, like people like do not give a fuck about race, and there's so much race mingling, and like I like half of my homies that are black up there have kids that are either white, Filipino, Mexican.
Those are kids of hippies though.
Yeah, but
like it was cool to
Right.
That's always been the spot to go do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like certain
Even
areas,
down in LA,
but when
though.
you talk about even in LA, you see that all the time. I feel like this only affects certain contingents of communities. Like there's a lot of people that really don't give a fuck, myself included.
I feel like I could be in a relationship with a black woman. It would be totally
For sure.
normal.
Like I don't
Yeah.
like. Why wouldn't it be?
If anything, though, my assumption is that they're going to be mean to me, and that's just because I've listened to black dudes like you tell me over and over how mean black chicks are.
Yeah. And then Sky showed you a little quick dose of it too.
She was drunk, but either way.
Damn,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nah, it's just they're way tougher. They're way tougher than white girls. Like white girls will just cry and shut down. Like black girls want war.
Well, so I feel like
War.
it's a different type of love. I feel like white girls are super accepting of whatever your issues and inadequacies are.
Yeah.
I feel like with like Latina and black women, they're way quicker to try to check you because they want to see you do better. It's not coming from a place of hate, but they're not gonna tolerate shit. So sometimes it's not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that.
I fucked the white girl's best friend. They laughed about it. We fucked together. I fuck a black girl's best friend. They're trying to kill each other. I'm about to die. Shit's about to go on.
Really? It's like that?
Yeah, it's like that.
I was having a conversation with FBG Butta about basically like a situation in which like a guy pulled out on him and his homie, and their straps were in the car, so they couldn't do anything about it or whatever. And he was talking about how the chicks he was with were tripping, and he just was like, "Oh, these fucking girls." And I'm like, "What? Like they were scared?" He goes, "No,
They were mad that he didn't have pull on him.
they were hyping him up." To be like, you gotta go kill that guy, or like y'all are supposed to be those N-words, rah, rah, rah. Like I'm just gonna let this happen or whatever. And like in that moment, I was like, wow, that's the
that
craziest
bitch
cultural
nigga.
divide
Nah,
I can think
I'm
of.
dead, homie. So
My
you
chick
go,
would be
bitch,
like
why you
forcing
running
me to
him out?
pussy out.
Yeah, but
she'd be
that-
forcing me to go to the police station.
And these are chicks in the rack kicking it with FBG Butta.
I
You
wouldn't
feel
give
me?
a fuck
That's
where
not.
them bitches was from. Get that bitch that blick and tell her to go. Come on, I'm finna hit the corner.
You do it,
bounce
yeah.
out, bitch.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Stupid.
Here you go.
Yeah,
I'll take the charge for driving.
yeah.
You gotta spread
Come
that
on,
dude's
bro.
whip up. Yeah.
I will go kill somebody in front of us so we can tell on you.
That's like one of the standards of what makes like a suitable mate in that environment. They're like yeah, he got to really hold it down. He really got to be quick to can't ever get caught slipping. Got to be quick to up the pole. Like these are traits that
That's what
those women are looking for.
I've never had a gangbang girlfriend.
Feel you.
Never.
Never had an ash bash.
Never. I'm never waking up to a bitch politicking on their phone about what the homies did last night, or hold on, baby, I gotta go to the park. We gotta go slide for the man. These niggas just came through.
She's like, hold on, wax on Clubhouse.
Yeah, like, hold on, bitch. What are you talking about? Like, we gotta go slide. Like, I mean, they have their own drama. Like, oh, you didn't hear about what happened last night? You know, whoopty whoop, squabble, whoopty whoop. Then he popped on him. Cause I'm finna go to the block. Niggas tripping right now. Like, those are the conversations I'm supposed to be telling you before I go out the house. Like, if a bitch wakes up and tells me that, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I want out. I want out.
I want the girl I'm with to make me a better person.
Yeah.
That's why like my girl not smoking weed has always seemed like a good thing, because if she was relying on me to like have weed, roll up weed, like etc., if that was like a communal thing, like, oh, we hang out at night and we watch we take dabs together watching TV, sounds amazing, honestly. But I don't want my girl like dragging me down deeper into whatever degenerate lifestyle I have the potential to be into.
Louder.
Why? She needs to know that? She's a dab head?
It's a cry for help.
She's a Bricc Junior.
Yeah.
She's with the whatever.
But I mean, I say that now, being in a relationship with a girl who lives like a very healthy lifestyle compared to me, sans having sex with large men.
She used to blaze it though, no?
No.
Never? That's just not her thing.
I gave her a courtesan one time. She looked like a fucking cat when you give them the medication to go on the plane.
Yeah.
Those are Zans too, right?
She couldn't hold it together. Yes, the cats do take Xans.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Tony took one, right, Josh?
Yep.
I want to
saw
try
it.
Cat Zen.
Oh, yes.
They're
Yes,
the
we
same
do.
thing.
Yes, we do have it. Yes, we do have the helium tank. I got to make sure I bring that with me later.
Where you going?
We're shooting a YouTube video. Like, it's not a 20 versus 1, but it's very similar tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And we there's some balloons involved, and I told them that we had to have the helium tank on deck.
Need that helium.
I would feel like a piece of shit if I was like encouraging that behavior on set, though. Although it's gonna be hard to resist.
I think I might have been selected.
You are? You're coming tomorrow?
Yeah.
I love that idea. But in general, I love the fact that we released the interview that you did with Player Ways and them doing the NOS the whole time, and then we released Orlin, where she's talking about how she almost lost her fucking use of her legs
Do the nice.
due to the same thing. I think we should probably institute an anti-filling up your fucking balloons on the podcast rule. Like, I understand.
I wish that you would have said. It needs
Yeah,
to be
I think going forward,
Yeah.
it just doesn't contribute to a good podcast for the most part. Like Skrilla even was like damn near nodding off.
That's hippie crack.
It's just
if
we should probably do better if we want to have our image not be that we're like total degenerates, you know.
beyond image, you're not going to get any stimulating dialogue out of someone that's doing hella Nas.
It's funny, but it's like you're laughing at them.
Yeah,
you know.
and that's what I was telling them during the shit. I'm like, they're not. This isn't gonna be cool with your fans. Like, I mean, I know you think it looks cool, but like them not being able to hear you during the interview because you want to suck a balloon, nigga, is not fly.
But it's one thing like Skrilla was just like hitting the tank or whatever, which is not like totally destructive to the flow of the conversation. But in your shit where they're like loudly filling it up, that shit was way too crazy. Like if chewing gum is considered annoying as fuck, what is that? That's like a whole nother level.
That's bad podcasting. Would it qualify?
That might be some of the worst podcasting. Now, I don't blame you because on one hand, this podcast is about the streets and what the streets are doing. And let's be real, all these motherfuckers are off NOS.
Right.
But even Ralphie didn't indulge because it was like you and Ralphie, he's a Nas head. I feel like
he looked like he was laughing at that shit.
Yeah, like, he was like, because he told him, he's like, I told him don't even bring it on here. Like then they keep doing it. He's like, shit, them little niggas got to learn they self. Fuck it.
But I feel like for show, like a lot of their fans. And I fuck with their music personally, but I feel like their direct demographic might think that is cool.
No, it's cool. And then they went viral off of filling each other up.
Pause.
They didn't
Filling.
pause. Yeah, fill me up, pa.
It sounded like you said feeling, so I got a little.
There's pause either way, really.
Yeah. Filling you up sounds crazy than filling.
Well, I was suggesting earlier that we need to figure out how to take NOS through our assholes.
Yeah, well, like I was just curious if you could do it. Are you able to boof Nas? Like, I don't know.
We got to figure it out.
You guys should figure that out together. Leave me out of it. I feel like you'll have like frozen intestines.
What? Oh, that's what it would probably do to you.
The Nas will freeze up. You know, you can't even move the balloon a certain type of way while you're doing this. So just imagine squirming and you just freeze the whole left side.
As a dude who has flirted with all of the most serious drugs, and you, this goes for both of you.
We flirted.
How do you view Nas? Like, it seems like it's like the
pussy shit.
It's the gayest, lamest, most surface level fucking drug. You know,
yeah, do some fucking fentanyl like a real man. You like get a real addiction.
VZ! Can we get another mic? I need my man Vel to pull up.
Yeah.
Vel in the building.
Vel in the building. Homeless K. You know what the fuck going on?
I got one of my Pokemon homies stopping by for a minute later too.
Seen over.
Have you you met like people on Pokemon that you became friends with in real life?
I'm friends with many of the top Pokemon trainers. Yes.
That's sick. But that's because you're like Adam, not because of you're just randomly playing the game.
Especially during the early days of Pokemon Go YouTube, I was just tapping in with people, following people, having little conversations with them. I even met up with a few of them to go hunt together. I don't really see myself doing that.
That's right, because my white friend, he was in a rush.
My guy, how you living? Give me a big old hug. Look at this guy.
Belly on.
He's been talking about crazy shit. I would have shook his hand. Hey, so my white friend, he was in a rush one day trying to hurry up and separate from me and Rad. Like, we was trying to do something. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I gotta go to the beach. I'm like, what are you going to the beach for? He's like, I'm about to go play Pokemon, man. That's where it says that's where everybody's at right now.
Dude, like, those were the good old days.
Yo.
And that shit was running my life.
You are going to go play Pokemon with some randoms? Like, that sounds like some
nerd shit.
Yeah, like it's some cool. Not nerd shit. It sounds like
you want to hear some shit? I went to a memorial rest in peace Pokemon Go meetup because two trainers, this is back in 2017 probably, it was like real early on, two trainers were driving around playing Pokemon Go in their car. They parked in the wrong neighborhood and they got sprayed the fuck up.
What?
Yes. Wow. They parked in like a gang neighborhood, and the dudes from the neighborhood thought that they were
probably like, who the fuck?
They killed them while they were playing Pokemon Go
in California.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say what happens if you're like a gang member and you're playing Pokemon Go and you see like whatever the most valuable is, it Mewtwo or whatever the most
Mewtwo. Lush, it's Mewtwo. Show some respect.
Mewtwo. If Mewtwo, I'm from Baltimore now, was in the op hood or whatever, and you had to go there to get it, what would happen? But then it actually happened.
I would like to think that the gang members would respect the sanctity. The sanctity of the game, right?
Was it a Latino hood?
I believe it was a Mexican thing.
Like that don't sound like no black hood.
They ain't giving no passes.
No passes.
Where are you going?
Go get a Sprite.
Trapville, how you living? What's going on?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Life's great. You feel me?
Nice to see you. Can I get your thoughts on this?
Talk to me.
Dating a white woman.
Ooh.
Bunny hopping.
Bunny hopping.
You've been known to bunny hop around the skate park, but this ain't Cherry Park. Would you bunny hop your way into a relationship with a white woman?
Yes. Is this a trick question or something?
No.
Or?
I've seen you in relationships with Hispanic women.
You ain't never seen me with a white girl?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess what? I have. I've seen you with white women, but I've never seen you impregnate one, right? And you do be dropping loads in bitches.
Definitely.
Right.
But I bunny hop.
You would?
I used to bunny hop. I would back in the day, yes.
Do you think you could be in a happy long-term relationship with a white woman?
Yeah, hell yeah.
From Laguna Beach.
Yeah.
Like a prim and proper white woman.
Definitely.
Not a Zanhead.
Definitely.
She's not cracking 40s.
That's low-key like what I would prefer, honestly, like, because the white girls, I'm sure you know the white girls in Long Beach are like, they're like wiggers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you catch those, like, there's a lot of like white girls in Long Beach, but there's also a lot of white girls in Long Beach that are like ratchet as fuck, bro.
The white girls of Long Beach, if they're white, they're gonna migrate to the OC.
Yeah, then that's where all the more white people are. They're more close to like either the beach or like you know El Dorado, like Milliken area.
Where do the African Americans go to the bar in Long Beach? Because we used to go to 4th Street, right?
4th Street,
and that would be where all the punk rock type people were. And then you go over to what's it called, 2nd Street.
2nd Street.
And that's where you have all the jock bars and the sports bars and shit like that. Yeah. But like, where's the average going out place for people of color in Long Beach? I honestly don't know.
It's honestly all the places you just named. Everybody still goes to 2nd Street.
Oh, okay.
2nd Street's actually really dangerous right now. There's been a lot of like
really
ratchet shit. People be getting stabbed and shot on 2nd Street and shit. Like it's pretty. The property value has definitely.
What about if you're going like to the what's it called, like the downtown area with like Hooters and shit? I feel like that's where
Pine,
that's where you have like clubs and shit, right?
Forgot about Pine. That's where the niggas is at.
Yeah, right.
Pine Street, bro. Yeah, Taco Beach, fucking you know, all the little right there, like on like Ocean, in between Ocean and like Broadway, 4th Street on Pine. I do not go there, bro. That should be too cracking. The police be just sitting on corners and shit.
Where do you think DW Flame would go?
Pine.
Yeah.
Definitely. Without a fucking doubt about it, bro. Pine Street.
Supposed to be getting into it, like running into enemies and all kinds of shit. Like,
hell yeah. It's crazy out there, man. Shout out to all the white girls, though.
Yeah, shout out to Vel, the bunny hopper.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
I've been bunny hopping for a while, too. Never really had like a huge hop, but I got bunny hop.
I got a pretty good little hop. I had. All right.
You ever do like a rail hop, like a bank, like a handicap rail, like at the end, like you go up the bank,
up the bank and jump over it? Maybe, yeah.
I never.
There's one at middle school. I think it's Stanford.
Into the grass. on the
might
east side,
be.
that one spot. I know exactly what you're talking about. I always looked at it like that. Like that's the good one.
Yeah, in BMX, you cannot do shit into the grass, or it doesn't fucking count. It don't matter how dope that shit is. If you land in the grass, it's like kind of like.
Oh, is that's a rule?
That's why he said into the grass, because it's like, you know, it's a nice ass fucking spot, but it's like the real hop.
It's not like
grass.
It's nothing, but it's definitely like, oh, you chose to do the pussiest version of that thing because you land in grass. You're not going to fucking scrape your face on the ground. Well, I mean, you might, but you're going to be on the grass.
That's like bowling with bumpers on the lanes, essentially, in the like type
literally,
shit.
in a way. Because if you fall, we want you to like die. You feel me? We don't want you to like, you know,
degree of difficulty and potential health risk is the most important.
There's this dude, Andy Anderson, I believe it is. He's like a skate pro, right? He skates for Powell, and he did this rail. It's like, fuck, I should show you guys the fucking clip, but you can go find it yourself. But he like, it's the biggest fucking rail you ever seen, and it's got like a crazy like sideways kink in it. And it's like, the first part alone is 16 stairs, right? And he's a skater. So it's like, how are you gonna go down the 16 stair rail and then like sideways turn and then go down like another 20 stairs? You know what he did? He got multiple yoga mats and he took them and fucking basically like glued them to the rail so that he would go really slow on the first part of the rail so that he could like hit this little kink.
Flew around that.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting, like my hardcore action sports brain immediately is like, no, that's gay. That is like stupid. You can't do that. But it's like the opposite of waxing.
Right.
He like made the spot so that it would slide worse.
He's creating more friction.
You never in a million years would be able to do a trick on this rail unless you did exactly what he did.
So it was basically like a study in physics 9 times out of 10, right? Like you have to like take inertia into account and all that and what the result's going to be. So
it's cause and effect for sure.
It's honestly like one of the craziest things I ever seen in my life. Are we logged into the Instagram? Oh, maybe we should just live react to this. Wait, Andy Anderson Instagram. I guess this is him. Yeah, okay, here we go. Where is it? I got to show you guys this because it's just the fucking sickest thing ever. Oh, yeah,
I wonder how much calculation it required to know the amount of...
It was like a multi-year project. Look at that. I'm going to turn the sound off.
The shit was on it?
Yes. They'll show it from the other angle.
Did like,
look at how slow he's going.
So he cut it perfectly and shit too, so that it was just on a certain part of the reel.
Yes, and he had to try like mad different materials and shit. But like, look how slow he's going on that part.
Oh, what? That's
he would be
harder.
flying off that part.
Yeah, that's way harder. I'm not gonna lie. He would get whooped in that middle section for sure if that wasn't right there.
Dude, this is just like the most like this guy. I have the closest thing that I've probably ever had to like I'm not even gonna say it, a man crush.
I was gonna say
I fuck with this dude. I've been watching his fucking interview clips. He's just so sick and he has such a good attitude on skating that I'm like more hyped on that dude than like anyone I've found out about on the internet in years. Like his whole attitude towards that shit just has me geeked.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the clip of the fucking dude shooting the 7-month-old baby in the fucking carriage?
No. I definitely don't want to see that. If
you want to convince me that we need like a tough on crime president / government or whatever, this clip might have fucking did it to me. It's like it's a drug
sounds like a side
argument. The parents are like drug addicts, right? Mm-hmm. The fucking drug dealer, basically, they owe him $100. He pulls out a fucking gun, tries to shoot at the parents, and ends up grazing the kid's leg. The parents run away and abandon their own fucking kid.
That's not funny, but that's not funny.
Did they bring their kid to the dealer's crib to garner sympathy?
It's out on the street. They only even have video footage of this because of the fact that it's like fucking outside.
Oh wow!
And like the basically they're arguing about $100 worth of drug debt. And the fucking the dealer pulls out a gun and shoots at the fucking parents and hits the kid in the leg.
It might have been
7-month-old.
It might have been more than $100, gang.
That I saw this and I was like with Lena, and I had to like stop myself from saying anything about it because I'm like, this will fuck her up in the head if she has to even like contemplate that is a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's just certain things on the internet you just can't.
I mean, people with guns don't have aim, so whatever, just like Nip said, bullets ain't got no name. When that gun go off, it gotta land somewhere.
Oh God.
I've seen multiple innocent people get shot recently
bro, the kid was like point blank range. Like,
Yes.
to me, when I watched the
It
clip,
looked like he shot purposely.
yes. To me, when I'm watching it, I'm like, there's no way that was not intended to hit the kid. Now, I might be wrong, but it looks brutal. I'm not going to show it on here.
Yeah, I don't want to
probably Google it real easy if you wanted to.
That's a really like stupid thing to do. Also, as far as like if your goal is to collect that money,
Right.
You doing that is gonna really prevent you from ever seeing return on that investment.
I'm sure he doesn't care about the $100 at that
Yeah,
point.
clearly not.
He just attempted to murder someone. I don't think the $100. That was like that. Now the debt's clear. I'm sure if they came back,
That ain't clear. His ass going to jail. It's over with.
That's what I mean.
Everything's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. It's
his ass
you're
is
fucked,
clear,
bro.
Yeah, it's over with, brother.
Hey, he's
crashed out.
He's much more positive about bunny hopping than you. As a BMXer, that
No,
makes sense.
I'm a bunny hopper, but what I'm telling you is
No, but he will fall in love.
for long life. Like, so have you ever had a white girlfriend whose parents turned you off?
But you didn't want to fuck him?
Like, this ain't gonna last for too long. Like,
I would say my girl right now. She's mixed, but her mom's white, and that's who she. Was around most of the time, and like it was bad, bro.
She's
I
white
feel
and
like
black?
she don't like me. Yeah, my girl. Yeah, but her mom's like.
So
white,
did her dad
bro.
run off?
Like, her dad, he's in somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
but he's black, but he's even.
but he
like,
ran off on the mom, right?
Yeah.
So the resentment might be like,
yeah, she's
this nigga about to do what your dad did to me.
Like the day I met her, bro, I went out there, I met my girl's mom, and she was like right off the back, nigga, was like, "You're not good enough for my daughter."
She
And
told
was,
you
I
that?
swear to God, and she was drinking. And she told me straight up, "You're not good enough for my daughter," and I was like, "I feel you."
I feel you. Just like, yeah.
You didn't ask why. Like, what made her arrive at that conclusion? Like,
Yeah,
She follows
she knew
you?
how we met. You know how
She
we
watches
met.
your
She knew how
story?
we met. She knew the mom knows how I met the daughter, and the daughter I met her at our first live show.
okay.
Oh,
You
her.
feel me?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
Yeah. We have a baby now.
I know.
Yeah.
But you have another baby after that, right?
No, it's just he's
Two with the other girl and then one with her. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the mom I feel like the baby made shit a little bit like. That nigga's like, yeah, he's super dope. But
Would you say that your lady is more like culturally white or black, or is it like
white, like
So-
as fuck, like
so she's basically a white girl,
military family.
Wait, so
white,
you're still
like-
with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah. When I fly out, that's
I would have thought the mom was shit. You ain't good enough. You wasn't good enough for her dad, so we had to say.
I didn't even care. It just threw me off.
You weren't a good enough mom to stop your daughter from dating me.
She brought up.
So it's your fucking fault. Ha ha.
Yeah.
She brought up my motorcycle club and shit.
Oh,
She like
shit.
she was
She
just
did
like
what?
she like brought up my motorcycle club. She was like, "Oh, I know about your little like
You know they throw up
club
the
and shit."
C.
Like, yeah,
They have literally the
Big red
exact
C.
same gang sign as you. The cocky riders.
But I'm sure you probably seen the big red C's around at some point. Like, yeah,
Big red seas.
yeah.
Could.
You can't miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, I know. I just know how parents. I know exactly what type of parents you're talking about.
She's weird.
too.
She's
Yeah, and it's
weird.
like you're
And
talking
like,
to me,
yeah.
and you're single.
Yeah. But she's like really cool. But I feel like it was
But is
something
she
personal
single?
towards me. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, don't talk to
I wish I could. I would
know
put her
you can't
business
say
out there
that, so
right
I'm
now.
gonna say it
It
for
would be
you.
crazy.
Don't talk to me while you're
The
single.
story
You
is
can't
crazy.
keep a man to save your life. That's why
Hey.
you are resenting your daughter from being happy because
like, you
you
can't
haven't
stop
been
her
happy
from
in years.
Yeah.
Were you trying to like did you try to like win her mom over at first? Were you like
nigga, I swear to God, there was times, bro, and I beefed with my girl over this shit, and I was like, I don't want to like break up with my girl because of the mom, because that's what she wants, low key. But there was times where like my girl would FaceTime her mom, and I would like be like, oh hi, and like nigga, one time she was just like. Yeah, like nigga, I felt so fucking stupid, nigga. That shit had me high. I'm speaking, and she pretty much like nigga blew me off, nigga.
I'm petty.
Yeah, I'm like,
M&Ms
what
in
the
her
fuck?
tank the next
Like,
morning.
I used to kiss ass all the time, bro, and she would like get weird, and it made me weird with my girl, because like my girl was acting like that shit was like not that serious. You feel me? And I'm like, if she's feeling like, what the fuck? Like, you feel me? Like, what did I do? Like, yeah, I get mad. Yeah, I curse when I talk. Like, you feel me? I'm just like from where I'm from, and they're not from there. You feel me? You get what I mean? Like, they're like white as fuck, bro, and I'm like,
Five king
me,
size.
nigga,
But I feel like you can
Yeah.
code switch. I feel like you
but
could
my
put on a
code
good.
switch, I can only
not
code
good
switch so
enough.
much. You
Yeah,
feel me?
it's
You only
not
can
good
do so
enough.
much. Like just the way I nigga everything, bro. Like you feel me? Like I only cannot. Like I don't say nigga when I'm around them. I really have to like think before I speak, bro. You feel me? Like, and that shit weird. Like, no one wants to.
So
like,
you
live
abusing
like that,
the homeless has no. This has nothing to do with.
I'm glad she don't know that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, if they saw your reel,
I know. She'd be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
oh my
Sure.
god.
Yeah, that shit cool though. It's cool. I think shit has gotten a little better though. You know, I'm around.
And like, it's funny because like my ex-wife was mixed. Same thing, but her dad was black and her mom was white, and she was basically like 100% because she's not even from America. She was from Canada, so like she was like
white,
super,
white.
Yeah, super much.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I'm white as fuck, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
No, I know.
Like, this,
I've been through
man. I wish I could. If she didn't watch this shit, I would get more into it. It's so much, bro. But
Yeah, don't air her out. You know, no reason
not
to ruin
her.
that.
Just shit weird.
Yeah.
I'm a nigga for real.
That would be good content, but let's not let's not torch your life.
Nah,
not just yet.
Torch,
Do you
man.
feel like it's the dynamics change a lot if it's a white dude and a black girl or a Hispanic girl, or is it the same thing?
Yeah, because a lot of like black moms and dads don't like fucking white people, like straight up. Like especially if you got an older mom or dad. Like,
But you think that
even
on
my mom.
average they do like Hispanic people more than white people?
It just depends. Nah,
Depends on what
it depends. 'Cause
I
even my
think-
mom,
I think if my daughter had a white boyfriend, I'd be happy.
I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, but we're in a different
it is
time.
different then.
We're in a different time though.
A Josh.
It's different.
Josh, hell yeah. Fuck
Josh
yeah. What's
you'd be
up?
okay with.
What's up, brother?
A milk 7'4".
That's not a white man.
That's different.
That's a wigger.
Yeah,
You feel me?
That's
I'm trying to think of like a different type of white boy though. I'm trying to think of like a different archetype.
You just
No. I
pretty
I feel like
much nailed two.
I'm like a
pretty
weird
good ones.
random one. You can't like compare.
You're right in the middle, huh?
You're not gonna run into a lot of Adam 22s, but
It's right.
You
trying to think of
He's on a
someone
different
else.
pedestal.
It's
Like,
a couple. I mean, like a bootleg Kev will work.
right.
that's like a milk though. Not
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You're right. I get you.
Definitely not.
I get you. I
He's
get
not.
He's more
having
culturally
issues.
like a regular white guy.
But you
I
have
get-
to think of like what bootleg Kev would have been like 20 years ago.
More turned up for sure.
He's like an older guy now. He's not like, however dangerous he might have been 20, but he's also been on the trajectory of like working in radio.
He
and
always been on radio, so I'm like,
you
I'm
got to keep a
surprised.
clean image in that world. Like he told me that he like basically got fired or almost got fired. I forget the exact story, but because like he was on air and he didn't realize he was on air and he was like swearing.
Oh yeah, that's a huge.
So like that's the kind of thing that could get you in trouble
that's the
in his
FCC
world.
fine, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little different. I'm sure if Bootleg Kev shot somebody, it would be tough to keep some of his professional shit going.
I doubt Kev has committed any crimes in his life. Maybe trapped it out a little
No, because he was a bootlegger.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is. He had the feds.
Yeah,
the feds were watching.
Yeah, I mean that's not a crime.
It's a
crime,
type of crime.
but it's like if my daughter's boyfriend goes to jail for bootlegging, it's like, okay,
You'd
Like,
have to
let's
be
help
such
him
a
get a
serial
lawyer.
bootlegger to like really get
yeah,
locked up
like,
for
like,
it. or
let's help
anything.
him get a lawyer. He was selling CDs and DVDs at this point. Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's more like a copyright lawsuit than it is.
I could deal with that
But
now. Like the
You're
white
at the
boy
flea
that's
market
robbing banks and
every
shit.
weekend selling bootleg football jerseys.
Yeah,
They're gonna get you,
take my daughter with you.
bro. I was listening to the fucking
You're
dude.
not gonna get killed.
Vlad is doing an interview with Billy McFarland, who's the guy from the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
This dude did 4 years of hard federal prison time with like having. I don't think he actually had to fight. Like people took his fades for him. He's describing inmates that he knew getting brutally raped in the asshole and shit. He's listening to that, like all this shit that I'm listening to it. Like, how did you not end up in like the lowest
Is that the
type
dude
of
that-
federal prison?
Is that the dude that said he was feeding all the like tough guys and he found a way to keep everybody off of him? The white guy.
I don't know exactly, but I only watched a couple of the clips. But he's like the most square fucking white dude you ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he defrauded. There's a difference between bootlegging and defrauding multiple investors of millions of dollars. Like, there's.
It just feels like it's such a non-violent crime.
For sure, take my daughter with you. You know what I mean?
Okay. When my dad was in prison, he was in like it was was more like a camp style thing, you could walk out. Like you could just walk your ass out of there.
Level 1 low security.
Yeah, he was in the feds, right?
Yeah, but he was chilling. It was
my mom made it down to one of those. We used to throw like liquor over the back gate.
For real?
Yeah.
Right, they had like a mattress back there. You
That's
just
club fed.
throw the cigarettes and the liquor. And
I don't
shit
think
over
my
there.
dad was rubbing shoulders with a lot of murderers out there. It was probably mostly like dudes who were like moving some weed and shit.
Non-violent
White collar
shit,
fools,
like,
yeah, that too. Like,
for sure.
running numbers in fucking
Oh God.
the Wolf of Wall Street.
I feel like if you are a non-violent criminal and you end up in prison, but you probably shouldn't be in the prison where the anal rapes are taking place. I just don't think you need to be exposed to that
It's
if you're more of a straight-laced kind of dude. Like, this is going to open you up to a whole different world.
I mean, jail is jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. This is the
Low-key.
thing. I don't think that the anal rape thing is as popular as it used to be.
But he's talking about laying there, having to go to sleep, listening to the anal rape, and there's a button on the wall that you could press to like report an anal rape or something. And
There's an anal rape button?
An anal rape button.
Nah.
And somebody,
Is that for
his
real?
cellmate is telling him, don't press the button. Anyone who presses the button, you're snitching. Do not press the button. He didn't press the button.
That button's only for you.
but
if
that's
you're
kind of like
being raped.
that Stanford experiment you talked about earlier. You give people a little bit of power. Like
I'm not getting fucked in the ass. So
Okay, so
human psychology
I
comes
got
into
like
play.
I only have one story of that.
about getting raped.
No, I've never been.
Niggas gonna say some shit like
Yeah,
that.
fucking
He's
facts.
like,
Yeah, look. So we all on the tiers late at night, and you just hear a Mexican up there screaming like, "Oh no, stop!" Da, 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 da. So it's like going on for hours. I guess the police walked and heard it from down the shit, and they like walk it. I guess every time they walk, they calm down and I guess stop fucking them. I don't know what was going on because we in cells, so you only can hear it. You can't see it. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
So like they opened up the fucking cell and you just seen somebody tear off down the tier with bloody ass draws. I'm like, oh shit. I'm talking about the police couldn't even catch him. They let him, as soon as the cell opened, he just tracked out. And you just see like, because the boxers are yellow in jail, so
He had just been penetrated.
he had blood
we don't
coming
know.
out his ass. I don't know what they did.
So what happened?
I mean, shit, all the people went to the hole. I mean, I don't know.
They had already been to the hole.
That's Mexican
clearly.
politics. You can't go up there like, hey, I was fucking.
You all right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got fucked last night.
Hey,
like,
you need some boxers
who fucked
game?
you? Yeah, like you gotta let the essays handle that shit. It's like, nigga, and then it was like one time somebody ran out the shower, but I don't think he had got fucked. I think that they were.
They was about to.
Yeah. It was too much playing.
foreplay.
Because like you've been in LA County, right?
Of course.
So when they holler, homies, mandatory double up. Well, you know when you come in from the shower, so they got like mandatory double up.
They got a shower together.
Do you know what a mandatory double up is?
No.
It's when two people have to take the shower because it's single showers in
It's a lot
Wayside.
of
So it's more people.
Yeah.
It's more. They only got one shower. We got one shower, but it's way more Hispanics than there is blacks.
Yeah.
So in order for everybody to shower before bedtime, they kind of got to do
niggas,
two at
they
a
was doing
time.
that
So you have to go shower with the homie.
Yeah.
But they like rotate out.
Yeah,
It's a
like
little,
one to be
silver thing
like,
that's,
yeah,
super
it's
small.
a silver thing. Only one person can fit in there. So
then
it's like
somebody's
one
right on
person
the-
to be soaping up
And then the other
outside of the
person,
motherfucker, and then the other one to be
Oh, God.
washing their soap off. Then you
Yeah,
go
I
in
seen
and
that.
like that's the straight
Yeah.
male way that they do it. But then it was like they put up like a tent, and all you heard was like. And like too much playing up there, and then he's like, "Come on, fool, stop! Come on!" And then like he was like in the air, like he's like, "Oh, stop!" Nigga, I'm like, "Oh shit!"
See, okay, you think that I'm the king of making gay jokes. You put
Those
me in
aren't
that
jokes.
environment,
Yeah.
I am not doing any tomfoolery. I'm not
Yeah.
smacking any butts. I'm not
Fuck
tapping
no.
any
If
dicks.
You
It's
joke
too
gaily,
real.
you're gonna get fucked, bro.
No horseplay.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
niggas don't play around with that shit. That's why when you be doing that shit, sometimes niggas be like, "The fuck," because like you know that shit.
Every
for
time I
real.
do an interview where we don't joke around about some gay shit, I end up getting a bunch of comments that are like, "Look, they didn't say any gay shit to this guy." It's like that's not like the
Yeah.
default. That's only with people that I'm like very comfortable with.
Yeah, you kind of can't say that. You can't be fucking around like
Yeah,
that with just
everybody-
anybody. Yeah.
No gay jokes for Kodak, huh?
No, see,
definitely
yeah.
not.
I would have loved to have found like a good opportunity.
Nigga right
Kodak
there
probably
thinking,
make
like,
plenty gay jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have loved to see how he would react. Like
It would have been funny. I feel like you would have been.
I'll give you a preview of one. We did the FBG Butta interview the other day, and he said, "Man, we took so many pipes." I said, "Pause."
There's one. Yeah.
He seemed kind of bothered.
No, that's an
Took
obligatory
somebody-
pause.
You know, him and Wack got some kind of tension now because
I seen that.
so I'm doing the podcast with Wack. Butta walks in. I'm like, come over here. And like Wack's like talking to him a little bit or whatever. But like, I guess Butta had a homie and he was wearing a Rap-A-Lot chain. I guess he's
Bad timing.
with Rap-A-Lot in some way.
Yeah.
And then like somehow the story got construed. I don't know if Wack is the one who said it or whatever, but like basically made it seem like Butta's homie was being scared of being around Wack while wearing that chain. Even though I think in reality, like, what the fuck is Wack gonna do? It's just not. He might say something about it, but it's not gonna be like the biggest fucking thing in the world. But now Butta's mad because he feels like I think Wack put him out there as if he was a hoe. Which I also didn't when I put them on camera together briefly. It didn't really occur to me that like, oh, this 1,000% is going to open the door for Butta to be the topic of conversation on Clubhouse for a significant amount of time because
sure.
obviously Wack lives to debate people's snitching status.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's like literally like that's the lobby. That's the lobby of the clubhouse right there.
I don't want to have main character syndrome, but I didn't watch the whole clip. To what extent did he say he saved my life, though?
I don't even remember, honestly. I'm always trying to kind of move past it.
Yeah, all right. And I mean, it's smooth. It's smooth selling, but it's just like, hopefully you told the story in entirety and that you know what I mean? That
I don't know what happened. I don't know if you
on the phone and
if you left or if you did you.
I was never where they said I was at.
Oh no! I'm gonna see what Butta says. God, I got a red ass face. I look like Donald Trump.
I never was in the vicinity of where they said. I just was listening. Yeah, I mean, because even if somebody did call you with that BS, I should at least take it with heave. But it was nobody around me that was even like I was with Steve. We'll do a camp. Like nobody's fucking going around.
Steve will do it, not gonna hit the back door.
I'm not going around rappers and shit. So it's like, what dudes are coming to me? Like anybody that comes to me right now that's not smiling and that's getting their ass popped. I'm in Florida. Like I'm about to pop something down here. Like no, it's not about to be no friendship ass shit.
Right. Friendship.
The Jake Paul fight was dope though. Go ahead.
Yeah, you went to that. How was that?
It was pretty dope. Hop Tour was there.
Yeah, how was that?
It was.
You were with 1090 Jake, huh?
Yeah.
See, those are the type of white people you hang out with.
Yeah.
Hawk Tua and 1090 Jake.
Yeah. Super dope.
I told the girl to spit on that thing the other day, and it was just like, oh my god, like, just
Did
like
she do it?
she did, and nobody took it as like, oh, that's like a Hawk Tua reference.
Did she hop to it though, or did she just
It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, basically.
You gotta hear her hawk it up.
You gotta tell.
Did you actually chop it up with her or what? Like,
Nah, it was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Lil Pump was right there. I was thinking about snatching one of his chains off.
Oh no,
Nah.
then you really gonna have problems in Florida.
Yeah, I know, right? Nah, but Pump was there. Everybody was there. It was like everybody. It was too many. I'm noticing that I'm becoming like a household name. So it's like while we're all talking, it's like, hey, can we get a picture? Hey, Jay, can we get a picture? It's like we never had time to even kick it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're entering into that space more where you go somewhere and it's like everybody kind of knows you as like a media guy?
Yeah, and it was one dude that like, oh, you a funny ass nigga, you a funny nigga. That's that funny. I said, boy, you say funny one more time, cuz on the dead homie. Say funny one more time.
Who said that?
It was a Florida nigga. I think he was trying to pop it about that Florida shit. I'm like, bro, say funny one more time. I'll be right on your ass, cuz on the dead. We can have a conversation, but I feel like you just trying to slide some slick shit in, nigga. And then his homie's like, no, I know you. We were on Melrose playing a little card game. Like, bro, what's up with cuz, nigga?
Playing a little card game on Melrose? You mean like the gypsies that finesse people?
Yeah.
Nah,
What's
but
up
like
with
super
you,
hood dudes be doing that shit too.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a super hood dude.
There was a
It
dude
is like-
who used to do it all the time back in the day, and this is when I didn't know like anybody's gang affiliations or anything. But there was a dude, regular black dude, doing the 3-card Monty type shit, and like some kid tried to get tough with him after he like basically won a couple $100 off him, and the fool was banging neighborhood on him and like all this shit, and we were like, oh, like the 3-card Monty guy is from a gang. Okay, did not expect that.
Definitely. What do you mean? What do you thought those some regular
them niggas
niggas?
is thieves.
Yeah.
Them niggas are gang members.
See, I didn't know
We used to
that.
have to tell them niggas to not be right here doing that shit because every time we would have a pop up, these niggas would come up and like at first it was cool.
Where,
you feel
at
me?
No Jumper?
But then
Yeah, that's
bro.
where
Then
it was at.
we started having hella niggas like it started creating conflict in the front because niggas losing their wallets, niggas
here we
like
go.
watching.
Anytime there was a new Supreme drop or whatever.
Butta.
The 22ster. The
What?
motherfucking 22ster. What's up, man?
What's going on? Hey, we're live on the podcast right now with Bricc, Lush.
Hey, Bricc, what's up, shorty? How you coming, my boy?
My boy
Man, you know
Bell.
how I'm coming. You know how I'm coming. You already know. Coolin'.
Hey, Bricc, man. Now you know I ain't getting whole, gang. Do I gotta go down?
Nah, nigga. I don't see it, but I don't even. Look, I ain't even in tune to what's going on. So this is my first little break. I've been in Florida all weekend. I ain't even know what's going on.
Yeah, so what do you got to say to Wack or anyone who's acting as if you were on bitch-made timing while you were at No Jumper the other day?
Hey, Mr. 22ster. You know what's going on, man. All you gotta do is run the motherfucking tape back. Tell them press the motherfucking button. Cause look, man, motherfuckers was nice, man.
Yeah, there was no
That's
weird
nice.
vibes at all.
Motherfuckers was nice, man. Motherfuckers was showing real love. I guess motherfuckers need some content, man. You know what I'm saying? They platform might be running slow, man. Niggas running out of content out of them, man. You know?
You dealing with Wack100 that turns everything into content. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You bounced out on Slauson and Crenshaw with a gang of Crips and didn't run. So I just don't see the fear being in your. I know you. You know we deal with the same people, but I don't see you running in that situation.
Can you hold that up to the mic? I got to put this on so I can show Butta.
Hey, Adam, man. You know what? I'm finna come swing through on you, bro. I'm 10 minutes away.
Ooh,
Pull
okay.
up. You
Hey,
with that pull
That's
up.
right.
Wait, hold on.
I'm pushing up, man.
Butta. What about now?
What is up? Oh my God. Hey, you got your Vaughn turned up, shorty?
I'm about to bounce out on an op.
I just said
Adam on this,
it.
he on this 1700 shit, man.
Hey, man, I'm bouncing out on ops.
See, man.
You like it?
Hey, it's fish you.
I'm about to go kill somebody at the gas station.
Did you go to the Nike store and get that?
Now y'all know that was a motherfucking
Show Mikey,
promo.
bro.
I see either that PR written all over that, man.
You don't think it was him?
Nah, hell nah, man. Come on, man. Let that young boy live. It wasn't him.
Oh, these things are fogging up so fucking fast. Holy shit. All right, pull up.
I'm on the way, man. I'm gonna push up on you right there.
All right, gang. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
Y'all just looking at me?
Yeah, man, shit.
He about to come talk his shit.
The rooster about to pull up. Big Wack.
Wait.
On Paul Rule, that nigga liar. He know he had that rap lot chain on. I would have had
Y'all
Cool
talk about
John.
whatever. I gotta get my homie.
I would have had Cool John and what's his name?
Cool John.
What's his name? John Boy. Nigga John Boy. What's the tall one name, man? Cuban Rob would have whooped his ass. That's what he gonna say. You know the homie's right there, blood.
Yeah, that's just like really bad timing to have like a Rap a Lot affiliate there because like that shit.
But me and Wack, we had a long talk though. We talked for like an hour. It might have been recorded. It might have been recorded or whatever the case was. We talked for a long time. So if it come out, it come out. But we basically came to the
Amicable
agreement.
terms?
Yeah, that we the West Coast. And, yeah, I mean, we could agree to disagree, but we ain't gonna let nothing fuck up the structure out here. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a peace treaty or a middle ground or whatever it is, but it's a ceasefire right now, as of now. I don't know how long that's gonna be.
I would like to introduce you to my friend Billy.
What's going on?
How you doing, Billy?
bro.
He runs a
Billy, how you doing,
YouTube channel in which he catches Pokemon and teaches the world about catching Pokemon for a living.
Fire.
Just making sure he's not Jesse.
Lush and Bricc, baby. And no, he's not on the Jack Like Jess program. So he hit me up. Why are you in town? What you up to?
Just visiting some people. We got back from New York and Madrid doing Pokemon Go Fest.
Nice.
And I was like going to be burnt out. I used to live in the area, but now I live in Oregon. I'm like, I'm going to come back and visit some friends.
What do you consider the status of the game, just for the outsiders right here, who probably are like on the cusp of going and catching a Charmander on a day-to-day basis?
I used to play
Yeah.
when it first was cracking.
Yeah. And
It was dope. I liked it a lot. I
Okay.
just, like life happens and shit. But
yeah, no worries.
Are those like people nearby right there?
No, that's a rocket balloon. So like sometimes at 6 o'clock, yeah, there's a balloon that comes in and you can click in and fight whoever this is, catch a Pokemon from it.
So how many people were at the Pokemon Go Fest?
Dude, I would probably say like each day around like 25 to 30,000.
Wow.
Like there's a lot of people that come out and play. I mean, you did the Montreal.
I did
event,
the
right?
Montreal one, and it was kind of insane. And it's insane to see the YouTubers be like legitimate celebrities with like rows of 9-year-old kids that want to take a photo so bad. Like it was just like the level of passion that people think it's a dead game. People think nobody's playing it anymore. It's still like one of the biggest,
Things going.
games on the
You
phone.
just have to be in that world.
I mean, shit. If you like the game, I still like it. I don't know. I still like a game that encourages me to get out there and walk around.
What's the gist of the game? Like, okay, so say you see somebody nearby that's like playing Pokemon Go. Do you like
That is not as much of a thing.
I don't know what the fuck these. I don't know. I'm thinking like
more
it's
like
like
you have
I
your
go
game.
seek on your phone. Like I'm gonna go catch him, and if I catch him, I fucking steal his.
If you're out and you see somebody else playing, there's not that many things that you could like realistically. You could do a raid or like a battle together, but it's kind of like not that significant.
You got to instantly catch their fade. You just have to run up and start fighting.
Well, you could battle each other actually.
So
There's
what's
some.
the gist of the game when you run into each other? It's just like
It's not about
It's
running
not
into
really
each
about
other.
running into people.
It's like a scavenger hunt of the world, and every time you take your phone somewhere, because it's a GPS-based game.
Yeah.
So like if Adam was over there, he's like, "Yo, bro, come check out this Charmander on the corner." I could run up with my game, but I have to get to him, and then I would see the Charmander. So it's kind of like you can play this like simulated Pokemon world together at the same time. So we could be doing we're not trying to battle each other. We're just trying to collect cool stuff and powerful Pokemon. So
It's
that we
like
can
an
defeat
Easter
other
egg
one.
hunt.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And so then it kind of becomes this thing of like, oh, how much cool stuff can I start to gather?
Yeah.
What's keeping you going after like 8-9 years of nonstop grinding and making the YouTube content?
Yeah, dude, that's a good question, man. I just think that one, it's kind of becomes like part of like your daily habit. So it's like whenever I'm out somewhere, I'm like, gosh, I wonder if there's any cool Pokemon here. You know, like every time I'm somewhere, that's
I know
part of
that
it.
struggle. Yeah.
And then like just finding better ones, you know, like doing trades with people, doing raids, and I kind of like have an elitist mentality with my Pokemon where I'm trying to get like the best ones I can in the top and battle with those. And so then it's like, well, I could just use this one a little bit better, and then this one, and then they'll introduce the megas or something new comes out, right? And then also like the community is super dope, so it's nice to play with people that like enjoy being outside and catching Pokemon.
What's like the biggest sacrifice you've had to make in a personal way, as far as has there ever been friendships or relationships or jobs that were kind of encroaching upon this? Is it fair to say like obsession? Because you kind of have to
Sure,
be
yeah, totally.
Yeah, is
obsessed,
it an obsession or is it a job at this point in your life? Because sometimes when I've been around like full-time Pokemon trainers, I realize they might not have their phone out playing the game until it's time to film something. And I'm like, that's probably a healthier
Studio
mind
gangsters.
state where exactly kind of like where it's like for me, I'm literally walking around catching every last Diglett because I'm literally fucked up in the head. I don't know.
No, I think I'm definitely a little bit of that. Where like if I'm not doing this, I have like a catching device in my pocket that's
That thing,
playing.
I never allowed myself to take that step.
Bro, but it actually like you in your mind you see like, oh, it becomes I'm more obsessed, but in reality, this thing could play for me for an hour and I don't even have to look at my phone. So I don't have to sit there on my phone the whole time, and I could actually like look around the street and see something, you know, that I normally do.
But does that take away from the satisfaction of like the actual catching, or you're just
No, because at this
It's
point,
just
you know,
more,
like
right?
I've caught like over 600,000 Pokemon.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
that's true.
you know, how many of those interactions do I need to like keep doing?
That is true. You have caught 600,000 Pokemon. I could tell by your thing. You want to know my stat? Keep in mind, this is his thing, his full-time job.
Yeah.
269,000.
So you're like,
I feel like me being at like 35% is like kind of like unnecessary. Like,
That's
whoa, what the
almost-
fuck is wrong with
That's
you?
almost 50%.
Because he's
literally
earned a
wrong.
whole living doing it. I've done it just for no reason.
Yeah.
It's kind of
That's-
depraved.
So can you sell any of your cool things?
Wait, but people, you could
So
sell
you-
your whole account at
It
some
would
point.
have to be like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this whole thing. Here, you have it.
Yeah.
I'll give you all my credentials. Maybe I'll swap out the email address. But besides that, like, because when you trade things, they go random. So if I had like the best Pokemon and I wanted to give it to you, it would randomize. So it's not guaranteed that's going to come out to the, like if I have, they're all 15 stats. If I have 100% IV of one Pokemon, which is 15, 15, 15, I'll show you what it looks like. And I traded it to you, it would switch. So it would be useless.
They've instituted a lot of guardrails on the game so that you can't just like trade your way into having like all the most powerful shit.
There's no Pokemon nepotism.
They try to keep the game like more diplomatic so that it's like not.
Like, see how it lights up pink like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a full perfect
let's
Mewtwo.
see.
Oh, and he has like
So that's a
7
98, right?
perfect Mewtwo's. Okay.
And then that would be, so that's like the best you can get. And then that's the shiny variant, right?
Yeah.
So that makes it even more rare. And then you have the shadow variant, which is rare. And then the shadow shiny variant, which is rarer.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate right there.
This is definitely the ultimate Pokemon.
So
I got super lucky on that one.
Did you start off collecting cards?
Yeah, but I'm 36 and I feel like I've been at like kind of like the right point in all of the transition of stuff. So I only was out, like my first cards that I ever had were Generation 1.
Yeah.
Booster box.
Yeah.
We would buy them from the store. The ones that are worth, that you buy a whole pack today is 500 grand.
Yeah.
Those were like my $2 cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was all I had back then. Is all of them, they're first edition booster box, literally packs that you
still
can buy
have them?
one pack now for 9,000. Like we would open it for $2.
Yeah. Do you still have those?
I have some of them, but like I was a kid, dude. Like, you know, I'm playing with them.
I
Like
know
some of
you
them, just like what did I even do to this card?
Yeah. I know you kind of like kick yourself in the ass. a
Yeah.
little
So
bit.
part of the reason why he's here today is because we're going to do a lucky trade, which is what basically you can trade Pokemon.
Yep.
But by sending gifts back and forth, and I promise this is going to go back to a normal podcast and not have all this crazy language at some point in the future. But
Yeah, you guys are speaking French.
we have a lucky trade, which means that whatever we trade, it's going to be a lucky Pokemon, which basically makes it a little bit better than a regular Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What should I send you? You got anything in particular that comes to mind?
Do you have anything? Man, like what kind of shiny legendaries you got?
Shiny.
Not a Mewtwo.
And
He's not that dope.
legendary.
Where's your shiny
Definitely had
Mewtwo?
Shiny Mewtwo's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Shadow shiny?
You ain't got no shadow shines.
He's gonna take a look through my decks here and figure out what I'm working with. I'm not really married to anything unless it's favorited.
No, but was that a crazy question, or like do people wind up? Is there a choice that has to be made for certain people if you want to fully live the Pokemon Go lifestyle?
Like as a creator?
Yeah, as a like just in general, if it's something that you want to pursue.
Sure.
You got? Is there ever been like people, significant others, that are like, I can't mess with you. It's either me or Charizard.
I definitely push it to the extreme sometimes, yeah. And before like I got to this, I was doing alternative healthcare, right? So I was working at an acupuncture clinic, and I was just so obsessed with the game, and I had to miss Pikachu Calm Day first time ever, and I was like, bro, I can't ever miss one of those again. Like I heard all the stories, and I'm like, I have to quit, right?
But you've had like girls and shit tell you like you're too obsessed.
I mean, they were all understandable. But like at certain times where it's like something happens and it's like I gotta go right now, and they're like, but we're gonna do this, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but like I can't not do that, right? So I think that's the only situation where it'd be like, this time was just a little too much.
I feel
You like gotta catch them all, bitch. I'm about.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna hit it. Boom. I'm getting my Go-Go's. One of the only things left in my Pokedex that I do not have.
Is it? Yeah, it's a shiny, bro. So this could come out to a potential.
It could be a hundo shiny, which is a shundo.
Yeah.
A Shundo.
100% IVs and shiny together equals shundo, and it's lucky, so it would be a schlundo. I know about these things vaguely.
The Shundo. I hit it on the
good, bro.
Shundo.
Close. Goddamn. Sick.
Ah, that one's
What'd you guys
it's all
get?
good, though.
Oh, you
got a
got
pretty good
crap.
one.
You got
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Adam did that shit on purpose.
No, I got my
that
goat.
shit.
Yeah,
my
dude.
shiny Go-Goat.
It's from South Korea, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, one time we were at AVN.
Yeah, South Korea. What are you
And he
saying?
left with all the hot girls and left me with the trash. Like all the hot girls were on me. Adam's like, yeah, we're getting in the party buses. I'm like, go out.
When was? Oh,
What happened?
when was this?
When Marge and everybody left with you.
Marge. Shout out Marge.
I had a heart for Marge.
Okay. Billy, thank you so much. It was great.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah.
Got the lucky trade in.
Until next
I'm
time.
about to start playing, Billy.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
gonna
that's
follow
right,
you.
man.
I'm telling you, man,
Best, bro.
get out in the streets.
Yeah, they gotta
It'll make
get
your
a
life
real
better.
loco Pokemon.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Much love.
How long you down here from Oregon?
A couple more days.
We go play that shit in South Central somewhere.
All right.
All right, dope.
Honestly, like, I feel like I subscribe to this lifestyle way more than the one you were trying to push on us last week.
So you'd rather be a Pokemon Go trainer than a gay man?
Yes.
I feel that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, one is just a game, and one involves getting your asshole stretched out and ravaged.
Hey, but it seems like it's more than it is. It's an entire lifestyle for dudes like that. Like you buying flights to Spain. Like that's.
I mean, but his YouTube career is based on him being at the cusp of whatever is going on in the game. Like his videos are all about him like having all the knowledge and telling you about all these little things or whatever. So
he's like Pokemon, what's the dirt?
What if I told you I had fucking Pokemon cards that I've never opened that's somewhere buried somewhere?
See, a lot of people like assume that I would be very into the Pokemon franchise as a whole, when in reality I'm only into Pokemon Go. And like I have never interacted with the franchise in any way. Like I've tried watching the cartoons that lasted about 5 minutes, and I was just like, I don't care.
No, but there is a whole scene for that too. And the cars, like I know this dude. Shouts my boy Robo. He was a battle rapper from Frisco and a comedian, and his whole thing is opening Pokemon packs or whatever, and he has a whole viral TikTok page for it, and it's like a whole thing.
I know a dude who that's like his whole life. Yeah,
yeah,
he's just
absolutely.
opening packs of cards on stream.
We currently have like one of the funniest dudes alive up and coming right now. Outside that you weren't hip to.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely. I don't know if. Since the other stream, you don't want to have him on, but I think that we should have him here, cut the rug a couple times.
I mean, have him pull up if you want to have him introduce himself.
Whatever he could come in and introduce himself. I think it'll do good for the culture.
Let's do it. I mean, Butta is supposed to be coming at some point, I guess.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, probably be in between Butter. I was gonna have him stay for the music stream too, so he could dance it out.
I'm down for all that. The question is just, should we turn it into the music stream right now, or should we do more topics? Because we haven't talked about this Mr. Beast thing at all, but I also like don't know if you guys care.
Well, I mean, like
the amount that I care is pretty limited.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one dude that
I'll break it down for you. So, Mr. Beast, Bricc.
I was trying to find a topic. My bad.
I feel like I'm explaining it primarily for you, but Mr. Beast has one of his boys, like one of the dudes that he came up with, like his crew, and he became the biggest YouTuber with. It's this guy Chris.
Yeah.
Over the years, people have seen Chris start to dress a little bit zestier and zestier, or whatever.
That was transitioned for me.
He decides he's going to transition. He leaves his wife and his kid. He transitions, and over the past couple of days, I mean, like over the past couple of months, 6 months, a year, it's been like more and more attention from people that basically like are not cool with this and want to like end Mr. Beast's relationship with this person, you know? And I think Mr. Beast, to him, it's like, it was a real principled thing. He thinks that trans people deserve to exist, are fine. It's an okay thing if you decide to do that with your life. So even though it's not part of his life, he's been like very steadfast in supporting his boy as he became his girl. And so
stand by your trans.
Yeah, stand by your trans. Thank you.
They did it with Kate.
Take a note.
Like nobody's mad at Caitlyn.
Who's Kate? Oh, yeah.
Kate.
Well, I think a lot of people were mad at her.
Ooh.
Like really, probably most people that you talk to would consider their transition kind of a joke,
I'm
right?
rolling with Lamar.
Sure, but either way, yeah. And do you notice that I did a whole podcast with Lamar where he was trying to sell a show that was Keeping Up with Sports featuring him and Caitlyn Jenner, and that show didn't ever materialize, right? I'm pretty sure they did like a round of podcasts trying to find a home for it, and nobody really bid, as far as I know. But anyway,
I seen Lamar the other day.
over the past couple days, people have unearthed a lot of like old tweets and stuff from Chris, now Ava, and basically like, I don't know. It's
a dope day.
There's conversations about him having been on a Discord server with some young fans and having like edgy conversations with them. I don't think anybody's accusing him of actually having like hooked up with a young person or anything like that. But then like, there's this artist that apparently Ava was a very big fan of, and a lot of the art that this person was producing was involved inappropriate stuff. They call it lolly.
Okay.
It's basically like he would create art that I guess would have CP
Yeah, slitty
in
snorn.
it, which is kind of like hard for me to imagine. Like it's weird when people talk about this stuff because it's like everybody's talking about how bad it is.
CP.
Yeah.
Child.
Oh.
P.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's like I don't even. I have a hard time imagining what the artwork would look like.
Well, it's probably like on some hentai type shit, right?
That's
like,
what I'm assuming, but I haven't seen it, so I don't actually like know how
Right.
bad it was. But like apparently, like so there's a YouTuber I know named Keemstar, and I guess at one point this artist created some artwork that included Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter in some kind of compromised position. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it.
Wait, this artist had Keemstar's daughter in a compromised position.
He painted a
portrayed it.
drawing of Keemstar's daughter
Yeah.
doing something. I'm not sure exactly what, because like again, nobody's gonna show it, so it's like you kind of have to just read
And
descriptions
people,
of it or
and
whatever.
Sick fucks are buying this shit.
I guess.
But just the fact that this dude is drawing inspiration from a real life, it's not just like, which is bad enough. Even portraying any of that is disgusting.
Yeah.
But taking a real life person's actual daughter
and Keemstar has confirmed that this is like a real thing that took place that I'm assuming was very, very traumatic for him at some point and probably made him really want to rethink putting his kid on the internet in any way.
Yeah, digital privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, God, there's some podcasts I could point you to about like the dangers of having your kid's identity out there on the internet because of what people can do with AI and all kinds of other shit. It's a very scary thing. It's a very scary world you live in if you have like a certain degree of fame or whatever. But either way, Ava has officially announced that they're separating from Mr. Beast permanently. The word permanently was in the statement that they put out. And it's pretty crazy to see that like all of these people who made it their mission to basically like separate Mr. Beast and this person have like officially succeeded in their mission.
Are there receipts of Ava interacting with this CP artist?
There's old tweets of Ava, Chris at the time, basically like praising this artist and stuff. And it's kind of like hard to tell, like, was Chris or Ava like really a fan of that part of the art? Like, is the picture that's being painted of this guy's art accurate? Is it like all of his shit had this kind of stuff in it? I don't actually know. But
Is that like digging up an old tweet of mine where I'm like, oh, this R. Kelly song slaps?
No, I think R. Kelly's safe.
But I think that there's like reason to believe that at the time that Chris was praising this art, he should have known that there was
it's a weird
stuff
artist.
like this going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully I'm representing the situation correctly, but it's pretty crazy because it's like finally Mr. Beast like tried so hard to maintain his relationship with this person, and it's like, you know, somebody transitioning is one thing, but when you're like the biggest YouTuber in the world, you just have so many goddamn eyeballs and whatever's going on. But okay, and so I just painted a picture that makes it seem like this Chris person, now Ava, didn't do anything like that bad, like, you know,
That sounds pretty bad.
right, sounds weird, but like isn't like, it's not like they actually did something with the young person or whatever, right? Allegedly, according to Keemstar, there are like multiple bombs coming. So like what we know right now might not have been enough to make Chris separate entirely from Mr. Beast, but there might be some stuff coming in the near future that would make us think otherwise.
Damn, Ava,
Pretty crazy.
let me find out.
Yeah, right. That's pretty crazy.
As I explain it, I am kind of like, what the fuck kind of conversation are we going to have about this? Person that you don't know and you probably never thought about in your life did something really terrible, and now apparently their career is destroyed.
Well, what I want to know is there a possibility that none of these allegations are substantiated, and it's because, like you said, so many people were trying to separate Ava from Mr. Beast? Is it possible that it's all cap?
No, just because there's like Twitter receipts and stuff. But I mean, like a lot of people originally were trying to like paint the idea that Chris was like really like doing inappropriate stuff with younger people. And it seems like that kind of dissolved because the person that he was alleged to have been doing something inappropriate with put out a whole statement and basically said that they didn't have any inappropriate communication aside from like maybe some edgy jokes in a Discord or something. So it feels like, at least for the time period, that part of it has been resolved, and now people are primarily focusing on the situation with this artist.
But even edgy quote unquote edgy jokes in a Discord with underage people is like,
it's a little weird too, yeah.
But I could kind of like just imagine that it's like a Discord could have like hundreds of thousands of people.
And do you really
right?
know?
So I don't know. I mean, it might be fucked up, but it's like if the person who's being alleged to have had weird contact with is saying that it wasn't fucked up, I'll probably defer to
If
that.
this content's not made for kids, then the kids need to stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah, but
And if they decide to jump in and they're hearing shit that.
But if you're running a Discord, it's almost like, you know, you have underage people following you on Instagram.
Yeah, but
you
you
can't really control
that's
that.
what I'm
I feel like
saying.
with a Discord, it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, how the fuck are you going to know?
It's their
who's-
discretion.
old they
The
are,
kid
right?
is supposed to stay out of it. The parents are supposed to have restrictions on their iPads to where they can't access shit like that. But
in general,
the
too,
fact that
if you're
go ahead.
famous, you definitely like should be very cautious with whatever communication you're having with like
sure.
random fans,
100%.
underage or not.
You
It's
don't
just
know,
like
and get fired. Thinking
Okay, I'm the last person,
the narrative was like Lush was having these like snitching ass conversations in a
boy.
Discord,
Right.
But it was like 7 people on like a voice call, right?
Yeah, it was that Discord had less than 10 people, or like at the time.
And you thought they were core fans that wouldn't rat you out.
I think it was a miscalculation of me thinking that I like had more juice
Cool.
with people
Yeah,
than I did. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it also just made me like realize don't be talking about shit.
I bet your ass know now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned the hard way too. I've changed my number. I didn't even change my number. I just have a peaceful number that I have where the recorders and the fucking dick riders and the, hey, what happened on No Jumper today?
Yeah.
You can no longer get
You
to.
can't, yeah,
Guess
yeah.
what happened on No Jumper today? You can either tap into my YouTube if I react to it,
Yeah.
or go to Flacco's YouTube because he won't give me time to react to my own drama. That shit's happened in
Before he
fucking-
declares it the start of a gang war.
yeah. So it's like that's how you got to reach me now. I think that I'm gonna start responding more through songs and shit like that. You got to get mine from a monetized platform.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Makes sense.
What I was just saying might not even be accurate because, okay, here's a new tweet from Drama Alert. More allegations on Chris Tyson have been posted to social media. Allegedly in 2019, Snapchat messages between Chris Tyson and a 14-year-old at the time were posted to X, but were taken down, however, later republished by other users. Former Mr. Beast team member Jake the Viking quote tweeted a repost implying that they are real by saying there's more. One repost has gained 2 million views. Do you believe that these messages are real? When it's he's saying to the person, when it's your wedding, you can do what you want. LOL. I don't know. I mean, it's always kind of weird because it's like, I mean, these messages don't seem that explicit. But if they were being shared with like a fucking 14-year-old, then obviously that's super weird. But
Where are they?
any
quoting?
kind of messages, it's hard to tell. It's like a screenshot of a
in Discord, do you be
don't
knowing
know.
how
I'm gonna
old
stop
people are when you
examining
talk to them? Or?
It's just names.
yeah.
No, it wouldn't
It's
say
no-
like,
you
yeah.
It's like
No.
Reddit.
Yeah, it's
Like, would you know if you were
Yeah,
talking to
you
a
don't know.
16-year-old on Reddit?
Yeah.
No.
No.
These
It's
are
like-
16. There's like
Yeah, like, you want this.
16-year-olds in the chat right now.
Probably.
13, 14-year-olds.
Like,
Like,
these niggas be sounding.
So-
huh?
I had a
that-
fucking 14-year-old DM me the other day and tell me, nigga, I'm gonna get my head bust when I hit that Atlanta or something. It's like, yo, I'm
Little
in
ass-
Atlanta, nigga. And I'm like, little nigga, man, where are you at?
If you get like a dumb message on any social network, your brain just kind of assumes that it's like a little fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah, no, I went to
surprised,
his
though.
pictures and he was like breaking 4'8", like he's almost 5 foot. You know what I mean? Like
You
like,
legally still a midget, fool. Like, you're not,
yeah,
you're legally a
like,
midget.
dude, shut the fuck up.
Oh, you know what? The one topic I want to bring up though.
I reply to all that shit.
Do you want to hear some devious shit? This is the most devious shit.
Go crazy.
Bizzler hyping up the fact that they got Lazy Boy and Lefty on the same fucking cipher. So number one, they were never in the same place.
Ever.
So like, Bizzler was like DMing me trying to get me geeked up. Like, oh look, like we got them on the same cipher. I'm looking at it. I'm like, they weren't in the same room. So what the fuck?
Sure,
Who
different
cares?
In the same
background.
city.
But listen to this shiesty shit that they do. they tell Lefty no dissing. They tell Lazy Boy no dissing. But then Lazy Boy proceeds to diss like every fucking blue team Mexican rapper from down here. And meanwhile, Lefty's
keeping it silent.
Doesn't have any disses in it.
Yeah.
And Lefty, I saw a clip of him saying, you should post the freestyle that I did that y'all didn't release.
Yeah.
So apparently, like, there was another version. So they put out the super disrespectful Lazy Boy verse, but then meanwhile, Lefty's verse is just him talking about like other shit. So that's how they get you.
That's fucked up. They
that crazy?
They lined him up.
That'd be like they do a freestyle, you and your worst op ever, and they let him diss you, but then they don't let you.
But I mean, if you're going to the worst ops home court,
you kind of.
But they came down here to record it.
It doesn't matter. It's the Thizzler. These are the same people. At Lefty, this is a part of drug consumption. They just didn't let you drop freedom of speech on a platform. Fuck them when they come back around. Why you want to be on the Thizzler cipher? I mean, what does that do for you right now?
Yeah, him being on the Thizzler cipher, let's be real, legitimizes the Thizzler cipher because everybody else on it is like a pretty small name in comparison to that.
Exactly.
Well, especially
even Lazy Boy.
But in that, like up there in that market, a lot of that holds a lot of weight, but it's definitely different. It's just funny to me that the two LA like essay rappers that they put on, ultimately, like I feel like they weren't trying to have full shine. It just didn't seem like the environment was conducive to LA artists shining like that. But ultimately, you're gonna bring the bars you're gonna bring, and I would have like Lefty was using bars that we had already heard before and shit. Like I want to see. To me, that's an opportunity for Lefty to go crazy and really show motherfuckers how ill you are.
About a shooting out the sunroof, huh?
I just want to hear.
I did that shit before.
I want to do that back.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and I am trying to strike a conciliatory tone with Lefty Gunplay. I'm trying to patch things up. He was just on Bradley Martin's podcast with Big Hit, and like he was telling Bradley Martin that I was gonna link with him that night. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about because I did say to his manager like I'll pull up, I'll meet up with y'all in the studio, but we never like decided on a specific night or anything. So I don't know. Maybe Lefty was being led to believe that we were linking up that night or whatever. But either way, if you look at the comments on the one that included Lefty's freestyle, it did not seem like people were really feeling
his
what he put
DMs
down.
Are pretty interesting. Is that why you're trying to link up with him now?
What
you
DMs?
love the trans community.
Oh,
so
I don't even. I thought that saga was over. What, you have more information about that or what?
Nah, I just was saying they were interested.
Yeah, there's been nothing.
Is that when you wanted to call truths like, hey?
No, we've been
you're
talking
on my
to them
side
before
of
that.
the fence now.
If
brother.
anything, that's like why I have been limited in discussing that. I mean, we mentioned it real quick. But
Lev know my boy. I could joke like that.
See, okay, I'm looking at the top comments. Mac Dre is rolling in his grave right now. Damn, my boy Lefty was the weakest link. LMFAO. This is the type of shit you would crumple up a paper, do a 360, turn around, fade away in the class while yelling Kobe, and switch that shit right in the trash can with. Lefty Gunplay's verse was the worst I've ever heard in my life. Whip, whip, and watch me nay straight up. Lefty, these are just comments. I did not handpick these. These are just the top comments. Oof. Lefty had that local neighborhood crackhead flow. I would pay a knock $5 to rap like that just so the hood can laugh and have comedic relief. Lefty Gunplay's famous Mexican. Okay.
They're frying my boy.
This is why Lefty was crying about Thizzler giving him a chance. Dude's lines weak as fuck. Lefty a real comedian. This rap shit changed my life. Who raps about going on a romantic date on a cipher? Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like the overall reaction was not good. Honestly, I had a hard time even just making it through watching
It's Hella
this shit.
Norte's in the chat also.
That's a good point. But just in general,
you have to take that into account.
For sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't super impressed by it.
I mean, it don't matter. He's still one of the hardest essay rappers right now.
Yeah, but I don't think he
he
didn't put his best foot forward.
Nah, and like I think that people are kind of for a while people didn't give a fuck about lyrics in hip hop, and I feel like it's becoming somewhat of a trend again. And
but
ciphers are trending.
it's
and
like
things
if
like
they're
that.
hindering you, if they telling you like, okay, you have guidelines, you can't say this, and that. So it's like you're not letting me
God.
be me. So
Real
it's like
shit.
I'm just putting together some shit to please y'all. Like let me be me.
I'm just fascinated by how, bro, they fucking
lazy.
stacked the deck against him. I think that's my theory, at least. It just seems like they fucking basically like set the stage so that Lefty would have less of a shot, you know?
Yeah, for sure. They wanted him to look bad.
It also really occurred to me that like Lazy Boy's No Jumper interview like sent his career in like a total like that just shit just entered him into the upper echelon. Like I feel like he had been quiet for like a few years at that point, and now all of a sudden he is the anointed Norteño here to take on
Is that the one
Lefty Gunplay. Like he became Jon Snow as a result of his fucking No Jumper interview.
What made you want him to go?
Honestly, he had donated on the stream mad times.
That's the one I used to donate
And I
all
thought
the
that it
time.
was interesting that he had the fucking bitches ain't shit on his face. I wanted to talk to him about that. And
right here.
this is kind of like early of me realizing like, oh, there's like a whole fucking Northern California Mexican world that we haven't dabbled in. So I was like, why? Let's get him on. And then like Rico taps in after that. All these other people start tapping in. And it was just like, I don't know, like that shit just seems like it really like sent his career into another
Because
stratosphere.
I remember he had those fucking Team Jordans on in one of the videos, and I was roasting him. So they kind of went viral. And he was like DMing me, laughing and shit, like,
For
yo,
real?
you should have me up there. I didn't know nothing about. I just thought he was somebody donating. So I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, he was for a minute though.
interview.
Like he would
Like-
donate like for a long ass time, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know if we could bring him down or not, so I didn't even entertain that conversation. I'm like, bro, you like donating on the live stream. I didn't know he was big like
Right.
that. Then he came
neither.
down here, and ever since then, it's just
He was pretty. I knew something was up though because of how consistent he was, and he would always have different shit. When he would donate, he would have a music video.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I kind of like we did get. You remember, bro?
Yeah.
We would always be like, "Oh shit, Lazy Boy." You feel me? Like it got to the point where we started like, like expecting it. You feel me? So that's dope. That I didn't even know you interviewed him. And
No,
shit. That's actually really
that
cool.
shit for
yeah.
sure, like put him in a different echelon, and he even he had a bar in his cipher where he's like a motherfucker saying that I'm the one bringing all the heat to the hood. I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially said that. So I think that just catapulted him and probably created a lot more politics for him as well, and just trickiness.
In this world, those things are hard to separate.
Lefty
Yeah.
got to find a dead spot in his hood and go get his lick back. He has to go to Lazy Boy's set.
Or Band's, really, because Band's the one that went to his hood.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Right.
Whatever one of those, find a little dead spot with some motherfucking graffiti on the wall right there. Do your video, 3 takes, wipe that
Oh,
shit out,
God.
get your hood
Get up
back
out of
over,
here.
get the fuck on.
Get up
Man,
out
you gotta
of here.
get your lick back. I don't like how they did you, Left.
And I think
It's
that
Adam's fault.
Oh God.
Nah, just
Lefty's not like you never see him trying to do like things like ciphers and things like that. That's not really his strong suit.
But it feels like there's no media appearance that Lefty will turn down. Like anything, he's just doing everything. He's doing every podcast. He's doing like, I'm surprised he hasn't done like 10 other ciphers. Like it just feels like he wants to be in the mix with everything.
He was super eager. I feel like at first, like when it was the initial run, he was eager to get in front of any mic. Now I think it's like.
But do you
it's
think
more
he was
calculated.
chasing down Thizzler to be on this, or you think Thizzler was on his ass?
I feel like that was on.
Yeah, I feel like they was on him.
was definitely on
I
him.
did, you know what I mean? I think there's definitely, they know the virality. It's a smart move. Now,
Yeah.
if really he was told that he wasn't allowed to make any disses, and then Lacey was allowed to spit that
that's
verse, that's
fucked
kind of
up.
unfair.
That seems like it was what happened.
objectively unfair.
Because Lefty said you should have put out the other verse I did.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like taking his word for it that there's just like a version
It's
of
gotta
this
be.
that I mean that seems fucked up.
Yeah. that's-
Let one person diss and then don't let the other person diss. But I mean they are like a Northern California platform, but
They are, but
The
it just,
Thizzler does?
yeah.
And then there's been that little like back and forth controversy that Lefty's been talking about and that's
Yeah.
why, okay.
yeah.
All right.
Just a little, some. I think, was it Tone that you were interviewing? He like, I think it was on this platform, but somebody, he broke it down really, really well. I feel like
What?
Big Tone, the whole how these politics are affected in the rap game and stuff, and he's basically like, yeah, like I love LA, I'm always fuck with LA, and you know, and I want to be able to get money down there, and vice versa. We want people from LA to be able to come up there. It's just like there's been this beef with these certain groups of people that have existed for a long ass time, and it's pretty much the same, but he just broke it down really, really concisely, more eloquent than I'm doing right now. But he is the same shit that you hear from Bloods and Crips, and it's just another way politics are getting in the way of profit. Period.
Ain't that the truth? All right, I guess we're going to do the music stream now. So give us 10 minutes, and we will be back on here listening to your songs. If you want to donate, if you want to get involved, where do they go? NoJumper.com. Hit the hamburger in the top left corner.
Read the super chats next. I'll be the funding next. So.
Honestly, you want me to look at the fucking super chats right now? There's not that many, but I did see some.
And the stream elements in the link.
The stream elements is in the link right now. Streamelements.com/nojumper, right?
Yeah, in the description and
it's in the description, and it will be on there for the stream too. The Pokemon dude is the next Chris Tyson.
Who's Chris Tyson?
The dude that we just talking about.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That was funny, even though I disagree. One more thing. You guys' formula and everything is on point now. I'd be surprised to not see this podcast getting flagrant views in the next 3 years. Wow, that is a high standard right there. Thank you, Jacob.
Salute.
Jacob also said, watched almost every piece of content since 2016. I love you all so much. What happened to Big Head on the beat? Is he sober? He's been ghost since the interview.
I think he is still sober.
Big Head, no jumper. When did we last do the interview? 3 years ago, Big Head on hitting rock bottom, getting sober, and making Gucci Gang and more. I am not sure what happened after that, so you'd have to do some research. I'm not really sure.
You still got a royalty check.
ATK Queese said that Lush is banned from Florida. Do we even know who that is?
No,
Who's that?
yeah, he's funny, fool.
Oh, it's a dude?
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
funny. He was,
Oh, no.
that fool was roasting me. What I could actually understand beyond the indecipherable little provincial babble that he was talking in, it was pretty funny.
Interesting.
Better go to Florida with me then.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Strip Talk Jay said, bring me a Chase Bank. J. Rude Sensei said, Sledge Lords at least once a month, Adam, please, and no period sex. Okay. Everyone in the room is complicit. Warrants will be served. Does everyone understand? I don't even know what that is in reference to. It was probably like a long time ago. And someone said that hat looks like you're celebrating Pride to Bricc Baby, obviously. Thank you.
Nothing wrong with celebrating Pride.
There was a $20 one in here that
Refund itself?
Maybe it refunded because I don't see it in here. Whatever.
He tried to swipe that motherfucker.
He tried.
That nigga punching
Shit
fast
bounced.
Is there a chance of a Sledge Lord return, or what's?
Me and Danny, I feel like we'll always be open to the possibility of doing podcasts, but like lately I've been, I don't know. I feel like the interviews plus doing 2 podcasts a week seems like enough content for me to be producing at this point, and I don't know. Like it's just, I don't know. Adam, Fig Mooney fucking y'all up. Let's get to that. How about this? We hide you on this channel forever. Boom. You can never comment again.
Dead.
And also, that is just like an impossible opinion. That's how I know that it's a troll, because it's like, you cannot possibly be holding that opinion for real. Anyway, all right, we're about to do the music stream. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Shout out to everybody who watched this. Please smash the
CPT.
like button, and we'll be right back.